Just letting the cameras capture some of Mr. Stanley doing what he does best. Being the iconic Stanley. There you go. Okay. You're watching Stanley stand in front of the Legion M Fans of the World Unite billboard with all the sponsors that have contributed to tonight's wonderful, wonderful celebration of Mr. Stanley. Okay, sure. Hello, hello, hello. Mr. Stanley, I want to thank you so much for the years of inspiration that you've given to every possible person on this earth. Children, men, women, everyone growing up with the imagination, with the creation, the creativity that you have inspired with so many. How do you feel about today, this day that your hands were imprinted in such an iconic place, being the icon that you are to us? Thank you so much.
I loved every bit of it, and you'll notice when you speak that well about me, you notice I never interrupted.
Oh.
But no, it was quite an experience doing that hands in. I don't know what I would dip my hands in. It felt like some kind of squash, but it'll probably harden. But it was lovely, and my only problem is I always find myself in places where I have to make a speech, and I never prepared a speech, and I'm always wondering what I'm going to say, like now.
You are a walking speech of history. Anyone can look back at the annals. I know I personally grew up loving watching The Amazing Spider-Man in the 80s and hearing your voice every single time the episode started. It was just, and to meet you, you have to know I have chills all over my body right now.
That's so good to hear. Thank you so much.
Well, we want to celebrate you, but we want to thank you. We don't want to keep you here, but we want to thank you to enjoy the rest of the night that you earned and that you've given all of us. Thank you so much, Mr. Stanley.
Really
it's an honor and a pleasure.
Kind words. You're a damn good interviewer, too.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Can you guys hear us? Okay, now they can
Are
hear
we
us.
on?
We're on.
All right. Look
Hi,
out,
Stan.
world. We're on.
Well, Stan, we're so happy to be celebrating your 95th year and 78th year in the comic book business or superhero business.
Luckily, I'm good in math, or I'd never remember all those dates and times and everything. But it has been quite a while now that I think of it.
Yeah. Well, gosh, I remember one time in an interview you said that starting out, there were a lot of neighbors that, were attorneys and all these professionals that didn't take your business very seriously. And what would you say to those people out there today that are pursuing the artistic field, like in terms of...
In the olden days, nobody had a good word to say for comic books. Parents didn't want their children reading them. Teachers didn't want the children bringing them into class. But I traveled the country, and I even went to other countries, Italy and England and France, preaching the fact that comic books were good for kids because they taught them to read. A child who didn't want to read would look at a page filled with type. It would mean nothing to him. But he'd look at a page with drawings and type, and he'd force himself to read the type so he'd know what the drawings were. And after a while, the educators began to realize that was true. And they started saying it. And now people are quite happy to have children looking at comics because they help them to read.
That is so true. I actually started at age 2 with Spider-Man. I had my own Spider-Man comics, and I even had Spider-Man shoes my mom wouldn't let me take off.
You're a wonderful human being.
You've been such an inspiration to us all.
What, dear?
You've been such an inspiration to all of us.
Thank you. I knew what you said. I wanted you to repeat it.
My Spider-Man shoes? Or the inspiration, yes.
Well, I hope I can keep on inspiring people, if that's what I'm doing.
Yes.
And it's nice. It doesn't cost anything.
That's amazing. Is there anything that's close to your heart that you wanted to share today?
Well, one thing, I've started a new organization called Respect. And it has to do with the relationship of the white people and the black people, and getting them to realize that we're all part of the same universe, and we've got to respect each other. And it's catching on. The police chiefs of a lot of cities are now buying little respect pins and so forth. So that's my newest thing that has nothing to do with comics. But other than that, the movies and the cameos, and I'm having a great time.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. We're really
It's a
happy
pleasure
to be celebrating
talking to you, dear.
You too, Stan.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Throw it to Gina. Oh! Back at Gina now. Back at you, Gina.
I'm standing here with Chad Hoku. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, thank you. So you made that amazing Avengers sign outside.
Yeah. So I'm a prop maker, and Bernie, the MC and host of this whole shindig, we're friends, and he hit me up, and he's like, hey, we need some cool signs. How can you help out? So that's what we did.
Very cool, very cool. So growing up, what was your favorite comic?
You know what? Growing up, my favorite comic was X-Men. It was.
Interesting. So what made you choose Avengers, or did you choose the Avengers, or how did that work in for this event?
Well, the idea was kind of pitched to me. It was like, hey, we want to have like Stark going on. We want to have Avengers going on. So which one do you want to do? And then another friend of prop maker of ours made the Stark signs that are over in the bar and in the back.
Very cool. Now, do you have a personal message or anything that you would want to send to Stanley?
Oh, thank you so much for coming out here and hosting us. I know it's got to be kind of exhausting to put up with us kind of crazy nerds, but we love you for it. And hopefully you understand how much we appreciate you. So thank you.
Well, there you have it.
We're live once again at the Tony Stark Mansion in the Hollywood Hills, celebrating the life, the amazing life of Mr. Stan Lee. And we have here with us a great director himself with his wife, Demetrius Navarro and Miss Erlinda Navarro. D, I can call him D. D, tell us, what projects do you have coming up right now that we can let the fans know about?
Okay, well, There's a movie written by Jerry Bryant and Corey Tynan and called A Dog and Pony Show. We're going to be out through Lionsgate. Everything's in the preparations right now. We have starring in there. My wife plays Thelma Lou, a cow. We have talking animals. As you can see, my wife doesn't look like a cow, but she plays a very lovely cow. We have Oscar winner, Golden Globe winner Mira Sorvino in the film. Ralph Macchio, that's my guy. Go Dodgers. He knows what I'm talking about. And Patrick Muldoon, James Russo. The list goes on and on. It's a wonderful cast. Good for the entire family, and very, very good family film. And I was glad to direct it.
Now, being a director, writer, producer, and married to one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood, is there anything that you can't accomplish or cannot do? It's kind of a silly question, right? Because it seems like this is living the dream, celebrating at the Tony Stark mansion, celebrating Mr. Stan Lee, married to an iconic, beautiful Hollywood woman, writer, director, producer, the list goes on, and he gets to work with incredible talent. Much like, I think in the cast list, you forgot to mention maybe a certain someone.
Let me see. I got Muldoon, Patrick Muldoon. Right. I mentioned Mira. Right. There was Ralph. No, I think. Yes, Daniel Lujan's one of the leads in our movie. Joking. Great actor. Great working with you all the time.
That's why I can call him D.
This is actually one of our bucket lists to be here.
Yes, no, this is wonderful. It's great to be here. Somebody like Stan Lee, and it's just incredible. It's a dream. You grew up, idolizing this guy and everything that he's created. So that's wonderful.
Hold that thought. We're going to go back live to Delilah right now inside the house.
Have you seen Spider-Man yet tonight? He dropped his wallet.
You've got his wallet. Oh, my goodness. And how long did it take you to make the costume?
Many, many moons.
Many moons.
Many bottles of vodka, yes.
And many bottles of vodka.
You see Spider-Man, you let me know, okay?
Oh, I will. I'll let you know. I'm on the lookout, too.
Good.
All right.
I promise to be nice until midnight. And then the hunt is on.
Well, thank you. We'll catch you next time. Thank you. Enjoy the fight, the good fight.
Hi, I'm here with Tawanda. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Very good, thank you. So you made this costume yourself. That is amazing. What made you go think about doing that?
Well, bought a ticket for the party, and I was like, I needed to have a costume, so I decided Captain America because I love Captain America.
Very cool. Homemade costume. Can't get better than that. Original design, too. Yes. Very nice. You want to do a little spin for us so we can see? Very nice. So I'm assuming Captain America was your favorite comic book growing up, or?
My favorite in the movies, actually.
Very cool.
Yeah, I only got into the comic book thing about maybe 10 years ago when I started cosplaying.
So how long have you been cosplaying for?
Since 2007.
2007, wow. So are you going to Comic-Con this year?
Yes, I am. I'll be there on Saturday.
Very cool. And it looks like that's all the time we have. So thank you so much. And we are going back to Delilah.
And all right. This is Delilah Andre with esportsgames.com. And we are with
Xiao. Yeah.
What brings you here today?
I'm sorry?
What brings you here today?
Oh, I am with Legion M.
Yes. Oh my gosh. How does it feel to be among the few that gets to help make those awesome movies?
It is amazing. It's been, a dream come true to always. Of course, Stan. Everybody has their Stan story. And but I've been having a lot of fun, and I've been with Legion M now for a year. So I'm one of the original founding investors with Legion M, as well as a Legion M member.
Congratulations. I love it.
It is so great, and the people you get to meet and the people you get to see, opportunities like this are just amazing. We had the Colossal premiere with Anne Hathaway, and then we have this event here, and it's just a lot of fun. And Jeff and Paul, Damien, we have Terry, all the people here that are involved with this, that are just going forth and making this happen. It's been an amazing thing. So
You guys have really done something quite amazing. This is very unique, and I hope you guys continue strong.
yeah, I hope so too. And again, it's all about the power of the fans.
It is.
So, power of the fans. Yeah, onward and upward.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. All right, sounds good. I'm so excited we got a Legion M investor.
What she's listening to right now is taking her to a place this train never could. And now she's hanging on every word until the story consumes her. That is the power of a great performance.
Legion M put this on. We took Stan's hands in the Chinese theater cement this morning, and it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And now we're here to celebrate an icon. We're here to celebrate the father of modern mythology. Growing up and helped shape us as human beings today. And he is here now. We are celebrating 95 years of the most amazing life ever.
Before we get to Stan, I would like to thank a couple of people that made this possible. We would like to thank Acumen, Celsius, Audible, Kia, Blackhorn, and Movie Pilot for making this possible. There is so many people, and we'll thank some more later, so many people that made this possible today. It is a team of a couple hundred people that came together to make this party what it is. So thank you so much. Thank you to all the team that's helping. Thank you to everybody that's a part of Legion M for making this possible. And we'll be playing a reel in just a minute, but also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you may see the artist behind you painting in the corner over there. That is an incredible artist named Rob Pryor. You guys may have seen his work kind of all over the place. He's incredible. Give it up for Rob Pryor and check him out painting all night. For those with VIP, he actually has a gallery upstairs, and it's quite beautiful. So you guys should definitely take a look at that. And now I would like to introduce the founders and CEOs of Legion M, Paul and Jeff, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, hello. All right, what do you guys think, huh? Ain't no party like a Stan Lee party. All right, so we wanted to we just wanted to say a couple words, and we wanted to say a little toast to Stan. And we don't have the champagne out yet. We've got some amazing champagne that's going to come out in a bit. But anyway, we had the good fortune to interview Stan about 3 months ago with Kevin Smith in his home. We did a virtual reality interview with Stan. where he talked about his life and his amazing career. And one of the stories that stuck with me was he told us about how, as a struggling, emerging writer of comic books, that back in that time, that was not a noble profession. And that when people would ask him what he would do, he would say he's a writer, but he wouldn't tell them that he was a comic book writer. And it's striking to me because this whole event is put on by you. This is the fans made this happen. The Chinese ceremony, the ceremony at the Chinese today where we made history, this party today, it is literally all made by fans. And part of that are the tributes and the tribute books. And it's amazing to read these tributes, Stan. People telling them about how you taught them to read and how you got them through, a war or being bullied in high school or learning to stand up for what's right and inspired. And so my toast to Stan is for somebody that started off ashamed of being a comic book writer and then went on to inspire and entertain generations of people all around the world. So here's to being a comic book writer. Thank you, Stan. Oh, thank you. All right. Paul?
Woo! What a crowd. I said this earlier at the ceremony, and I meant it, but for Jeff and I, this is what Legion M is all about. I mean, if I look out on this crowd, what I see is the immeasurable power of fans and the strength that comes from fans. Like Jeff said, we put this on, not Jeff and I and our team, but all of us. This is our party, and it's our tribute to this man here who is one of the biggest icons of our generation. A lot of people call him the Mark Twain or the William Shakespeare of our generation, and woo! And I believe that's wholeheartedly true. Even bigger.
Shakespeare was pretty good, too.
One of my favorite experiences with Stan is when I first met him, we were talking to him about the Icons Project, and we said, Stan, we want you to be our first icon that we interview in virtual reality. And Stan said, well, I don't know why you think I'm an icon. But two other things real quick, and then I want to get to the toast. The other thing that Stan told us when and we're really appreciative of, because we had literally just started the company. I mean, we were only a couple months old, and we were getting it out there, and we talked to Stan, and we told him about our company. And we actually had an LA Times reporter was there with us in Stan's suite at San Diego Comic-Con, literally a year from now, almost a year from now. And the LA Times journalist asked Stan, well, what do you think of Legion M? And Stan said, I think Legion M and a fan-owned entertainment company is such a good idea, I wish I had thought of it. But Stan, I want you to know that you did think of it. And you may not realize that you did, but we started our company inspired by you and what you've done in your selfless devotion to your fans and the fandoms around the world that have come together around your creations. And that's what inspires us. That's what gives Legion M its strength and why we do it. But one of the things I want to leave everyone with, and this is what I want to make my toast to. A lot of people have heard Stan talk about this, and truly I believe this is the world needs more people like Stan. I'm going to announce that Stan's running for president in the next day. Come on, this is it. You heard it here first. No, but my favorite quote of Stan, and I almost used this today at the ceremony, and I know it's something that you believe in your heart, because I know you now, and I see it. Do unto others how you want to be treated.
Do unto others as you'd have others do unto you.
Yes. See? I needed him to do it. Yes. But then he usually follows it up with, the world would be a better place if more people thought that way. And I totally agree with you. So I want to make my toast to more people thinking the way Stanley does. And Stanley, thank you from the bottom, the top, and the whole of our heart for everything you've done. Cheers. And thank you to everyone out there that made this possible.
And now we're going to play a special video reel. So if you'll direct your eyes to the screens that are around the lawn, we're going to play a quick video reel for you guys, and then we'll hear from some other people. Oh,
he's going to play the reel. Okay, all right, cool.
Yep. Go ahead, DJ Quickfeet.
Can you see the TVs?
We see them, but we don't hear them. Let's start that again and kick that sound up. All right, well, here. We're going to ad-lib for just a second.
Well,
Stan.
Okay, Jeff, right here. Jeff, the picture, right here. He wants a picture. Hold on, can we thank the champagne toast?
We actually, for starters, we do want to thank Blackhorn, our sponsor, for this lovely champagne that you guys are all drinking. Woo! And there's more of it coming around. Yeah, guys, there is so much free booze around here. So thank Blackhorn for that. And Hula Girl right over there in the Tiki Hut. And Deep Eddy. And we have so many more. An Iron Triangle in the back with the beer. So there's a lot of free booze for you guys. Be safe tonight. Also, we do have a very special person. You may have noticed a mysterious but very beautiful blue-haired woman walking around. And we do want to make a special introduction and announcement as Stan and his longtime friend and partner, Max Anderson, transition into the next artistic phase in Stan's career. They're going to be launching into the music industry and endorsing, supporting, and partnering with a brand new hip artist. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Rain.
Come on up, Rain.
Rain, come on up.
You all look beautiful. You look, Thank you so much. I'm so thankful. I'm shaking. I'm so thankful for everything and for Stan to even look at me right now. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's intense. It's incredible. I'm sure we're going to have a great time together. And the music of Stanley and everything that he encompasses is just, we're going to do great things. Great things. I'm so excited. Thank you. And all of you look beautiful. All of you.
Woo! Rain, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I believe we're queued up. DJ, we good? Nope. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Stan would like to talk.
Thank you very much.
Woo!
Wait a minute. Oh, this is it. Okay. I was told to have a few words because there'd be a few people here tonight. I'm going to kill the guy who told me that. I hope you'll excuse me. I want to go home and write a brilliant speech and come back. I don't have anything to say except all the things they said about me are obviously incredibly true. And I've never had a better time, and you people are great. And this whole affair is wonderful. And I got my hand pushed in some kind of something that'll be somewhere. And all I know is I had to go home and wash my hands and more extra work. And I never end up going anywhere where I have a chance to write a speech first. I have to walk up like an idiot and try to think of something while everybody looks at each other and goes, that's him, that's all he's got to say. So I apologize for the fact that I have nothing to say, but I'm drawing it out anyway.
Keep going.
And Stan, you've said a lot for a long time.
Since I'm an icon, you've got to sit and listen. And when I go home, I swear I'm going to look up the word icon. I hope it's flattering, whatever it is. And obviously, I love you all. You're all fans. And when they were talking about comics, seriously, comics, and I've learned this from teachers and academicians all over the country and all over the world, they have learned that comics are one of the best ways to teach children to read. Because you give a child a book with just print in it, he may read it, he may not, he may try to read it, but you give him the same story with print in it with pictures. He'll want to look at it, he'll look at the pictures, then he'll want to read it because he'll want to know what they say about the pictures. So psychologically, every school should have comics in their English class. Obviously, I'm saying that because I want to sell a lot of comics, but anyway, you're all wonderful. I don't want to take up any more of your time. No, that isn't true. I don't mind.
They're here for you,
taking
Stan.
up your time.
Fans for Stan.
What do I care about your time? I just can't think of anything else to say.
Well, I'll tell you what. Whether you have a drink in your we have the video package ready to go. Stan? We successfully killed time.
Say that again.
We successfully killed time. The way you've killed some characters.
It sounded to me like he said it's Don Frisco time. That's not what.
So we have a very, very special video package. But before we
Why
do,
are we killing time? Time
because
is precious.
some very special
Don't
people.
kill time. Make it survive. Treat it well.
I thought it was the only thing. I thought it was the only thing you couldn't kill, but we did it. I would like to. Can we grab Stan's glass real quick? And I would like for all of us to raise a glass to all of the fans and everyone that's here in honor of Stan.
They're out to get me drunk.
All right.
He wants you to hold that out.
And this is to the fans. This is to you guys. Thank you, guys.
You need some champagne effect.
Where's my
Well-
mic?
I would have gotten something more expensive. The legend.
Hey Stan, Tom Middleston here. Congratulations.
It's Ian McKellen, and I'm calling you from London.
Stan, as you've signed many things to me so graciously, I will verbally give you an Excelsior. It's as best as I can pronounce it. I'm probably mispronouncing it. You're probably going to make a crack about it.
Hi Stan, it's Peyton Reed, director of Ant-Man and now Ant-Man and the Wasp. Sorry I could not be there today to see you get your hands and feet covered in cement at the Chinese Theater. But we're busy making the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp. I hope you approve, and congratulations, you earned it. Excelsior.
Stan the man, Mark Hamill here, giving my congratulations.
By the hoary hosts of Hogarth, by the wibbly wobbly walks of Familol fame, by the flibbity jibbity mibbity mibbit. I can't be there, Stan. But Doctor Strange wishes he could portal his way to this moment.
Hey Stan, Taika Waititi here. I'm directing Thor Ragnarok. And I met you the other day. You came in and your cameo is one of the funniest things in the film.
It's absolutely incredible what you've created in the Marvel Universe, and you've given me and many more a career. So thank you so much. Wish I could be there with you, but I'm here shooting Thor 3, in which you did a cameo today, which was wonderful. Your best one yet, I think. So hope to see you soon, and congratulations.
Congratulations, what an amazing achievement, and thank you so much for your legacy. Without you, I would not have a job right now.
Hey, what's up, Stan? I just want to send you my love and congratulations. I'm sorry I can't be with you today.
I'm shooting. You were just shooting here. You just did 2 kick-ass cameos. You know, you crank it out.
We're out here shooting Avengers, and we miss you, and we hope you're well. Lots of love, buddy.
I'm sorry I can't be there. I am, at this moment, dressed as the god of mischief, Loki himself. Wishing you all the best, and wanted to say we wouldn't be here without you. Lots of love from Loki. Bye.
And I shall always be grateful to you for the chance to be involved in the X-Men stories, which are so important in so many ways to so many people.
You're all things to all people. None of us in the Marvel Universe would have our lives without you. big congrats. So deserving.
You know, I will never forget the advice you gave me years ago when I asked you, how do you stay so fit? And you said, Mark, I get up every day and I worry very, very hard. So thanks for that advice, Stan, and thanks for a lifetime of great comic books. Excelsior!
I have the time stone. Trust me. Should have had a long time ago. Let's go.
Stan, congratulations on being immortalized in cement on Hollywood Boulevard, or as I like to call it, the Dream Morgue. And ironic that you'll just be mere feet from a homeless Spider-Man, deadbeat Iron Man, and a slightly less drunk Jack Sparrow or two. Congratulations, and maximum effort.
You are the man. Stan the man.
Well, if they can't say something nice about someone, you'd think they'd shut up. Had to listen to all of that, my gosh. And anyway, if I'm that great, send money. All they do is compliment me. Wouldn't kill you, write out a check. No, listen, this has been wonderful. I'm told to say that. No, it really has been. I mean, years ago, I never dreamed I'd be standing at the front of some mansion in Hollywood, talking to 1 million wonderful fans, thanking them for, I don't know what, but whatever it is, I thank you for it. And you make me feel very important. And when I go back, I'm going to play a record of this, and I'm going to ask for a raise. And I love you all, and thank you, and Excelsior!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give the most important shout out to a man you guys may have seen but may not know, but Stan's right hand going on 13 years, the owner of Stanley Collectibles, and the guy that gets Stan everywhere he needs to go, doing all the things to make all of you guys happy. Please raise a glass to Max Anderson right here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring a special group to stage to sing Happy Birthday to Stan. You've seen them all over the place. These are the Tenors of Rock.
I hope you can remember the words.
Please help us. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stan. Happy birthday to
I taught them to sing. I take credit for everything. Why not?
And we willingly give it to you, Stan. Ladies and gentlemen, Stan Lee.
If they don't know that by now, you're too late. Thank you all. You're wonderful.
And now, we're going to bring up a pair of incredibly talented and very, very funny singers to sing a special song that they wrote for Stan. Just going to hang out to the side of the stage and watch this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to stage the Library Bards.
He's got science in one ear and fiction in the other. And now, he's reaching the point where his mind is about to be blown. That is the power of a great performance.
We're back at the Stanley party, and I'm here with Cece. How are you doing this evening?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So I want to talk about your costume here. What was your inspiration?
So I'm kind of a super villain fan,
And I love Madame Hydra, and in her all-new X-Men, she went a little different with armor, so I kind of went with a formal Madame Hydra today.
Very nice. And what was your favorite comic growing up?
It was definitely X-Men. I was in love with Wolverine, which is funny that I'm doing Madame Hydra because they get married. So, but I loved Wolverine. He was small and had an attitude, kind of like me. So he was always my favorite.
Very cool. And if you could give a personal message to Stanley, what would you want to say to him?
I'm so appreciative for him doing everything he's done. Like, it really brought a special moment to my childhood, just being able to be a part of the comic books. Like, not just read them, but be a part of them. And now as an adult, getting to have fun and dress up like one is a lot of fun. It's really touching.
Yeah, I can imagine. Very cool. And so you've been doing cosplay, you say, for how long?
About 3 years now. And I started at Stanley's Kamikaze when it was still Kamikaze. So
very cool. So you have a running history with Stanley's comics and everything. So he's a big part of you. Yes. And we're going back to Lujan.
So here we are outside again, once at Tony Stark's mansion. As Stanley is saying his farewell to his fans here at the Legion M Fans of the World Unite celebration of Mr. Stanley, after he had his hands and feet imprinted today at the Tcl Chinese Theater IMAX. A wonderful ceremony that I'm telling you, if you got to see it, it would send chills down your spine. Look at the people just surround Mr. Stanley because he's just left everybody with such an amazing impression of a life fulfilled. Thank you so much, Mr. Stanley. You've inspired a generation.
My brand is there.
She's been listening for miles, but it all comes down to this moment. The story has taken an unexpected turn, and it's about to leave her breathless. That's the power of a great performance.
We're back here at the Stark Mansion. I'm here with Connor. How are you doing tonight, Connor?
Doing wonderful. Thank you so much.
Very nice. So what is your favorite comic? I see you have an Avengers shirt going on here.
I'm a huge fan of the X-Men.
Oh, you're an X-Men fan. Okay. Very cool. So who is your favorite character from X-Men?
It's got to be Wolverine or Jean Grey.
Very cool. And so are you going to be at Comic-Con this year?
I am going to be at Comic-Con this year.
Very cool. And now if you could say a special message to Stanley, what would you say to him?
I don't think there's anything that you really can say to measure the impact that he has on everyone. But I think, in short, Excelsior.
Excelsior. It looks like that's all the time we
Live
have.
in sec. Hi, this is Delilah Andre with esportsgames.com. We are here celebrating Stanley with
Sean, a.k.a. the Black Panther.
Sean, a.k.a. the Black Panther, and Veronica, a.k.a. Miss Marvel. a.k.a. Miss Marvel. How are you guys enjoying the party?
Oh, it's fabulous. It's nothing more important than celebrating such an icon, and it's so much fun. It's a great house, great location, and I'm just happy to be here.
See, I feel like the average kid grew up with Santa Claus as their icon. And so it was like when I was growing up, every time when Comic-Con rolled around, that July was my December. So I was like, the guy who got me into this lifestyle is celebrating his 95th birthday. So I must be a part of that.
Yeehaw! We got to be celebrating Stanley's 95th birthday year. His actual birthday is in December, but we're so excited. Tell us, did you make your own costume?
Yes, I make it. I made my own costume.
How long did it take you?
Funny thing is, I made the mask. I took my kids to Disneyland. I made it in the hotel.
Wow!
The whole thing took me about the armor less than a week to make.
Are you serious? That's pretty incredible. How about yourself?
I bought the dress because I'm not that talented, and then I just added. I had a friend help me add the lightning bolt.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you, too. You guys are awesome. Enjoy the party.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lujan. Back at Lujan now.
We're here with Terry Pignon, another Legion M investor, dressed as
Scarlet Witch.
Now, why Scarlet Witch?
I don't know. She's not one of the main, the ones that are in the movies, and not like in this form. She's in the Avengers, but not in this form.
Right.
This is the comic book type form, but semi-formal because it's a dress. And she's a little bit more hot in the comics, but this is my version of her.
So, are you an avid comic book reader?
Not at all. This is the first time I've ever dressed up in my life.
Now, can I ask?
I'm just a Legion M investor, and this is a big, big event for us as a company, and so I'm here to support.
Can you explain more to me what a Legion M investor is?
Absolutely. The Legion M is a crowd-funded entertainment company. First time ever. They passed the Jobs Act last year, and it allowed us to crowdfund a company and actually own shares in this company. And
that's incredible.
Yes, absolutely. There's over 4,000 of us that have invested in this company, and it's just amazing the community that we've built. We're so engaged online, and we're just...
It shows. It shows.
I'm coming all the way from New York for this.
Are you really? Yes. Well, welcome. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Just this amazing support.
Absolutely. I'm the footprint in New York, and I'm here representing the East Coast, and I'm so happy. I know a lot of the Legion M members and investors from engaging with them online, and to come here and actually meet them and put a face to a name, and it's just incredible, the community that we've built.
That's so great.
It's more than just, investing in a company. I mean, it feels like family, really.
You heard it here. It feels like family. Speaking of family, we're going to go back to Gina. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
And we're back at the Stark Mansion, and I am here with Madeline and Bernadette. How are you ladies doing tonight?
Fabulous. Awesome.
Great. Now, you guys have some very amazing costumes. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, my costume was made by Castle Corsetry and Geek Lore. It's a corset and a fun skirt, and there's actually a full jacket with it. It's just way too hot to wear it. And then I bedazzled these things. I've started my own company called Bernadazzled because my name's Bernadette.
Very cool. And Madeline, your costume now.
Yeah, part of it is borrowed from a friend. The whole dress and necklace is borrowed from a friend, but I made the headdress.
Very nice. Yeah, these are very original, I have to say. Yeah. Very original. So you guys, growing up, what were your favorite comics?
I am actually only recently getting into comics. I was definitely more of a TV and movie nerd because I'm an actor. So, but I'm definitely getting into the comics. I'm starting to look into the X-Men. I think everyone was telling me to get an X-Men, and yeah.
Cool. And Madeline?
I didn't get into comics until my teen years, but the comics that I'm really enjoying right now are Patsy Walker, a.k.a. Hellcat, and all the Miss Marvel comics.
Oh, nice.
Very cool, very cool. So, we're here for the Stan Lee tonight. If you guys could send a personal message to him, what would you say?
thank you for letting it be okay to let creativity show. I think a lot of what's happening in the world today mirrors what was happening back when he started creating comics. And I think it's such an escape, but in a good way. And it shows that you can take a fantasy but apply it to reality in certain ways with like characteristics and like strong, independent characters that want to do good. And even like, the villains, they're not villains in their eyes. they're doing that because they're hurt, and so you can see both sides of it. I mean, obviously, I think you want to be more on the side of the heroes, but yeah, I would say thank you for bringing creativity to the forefront.
Very good. And you, Madeline? Just thank you for creating all of these amazing characters that have been inspiring people for, 50, 60 years?
Yeah, if not more.
It's insane. He really is an icon.
Oh, yeah. We're here for the 95th birthday and 78 years in superheroes. So, big stuff. We're going to throw it back to you, Delilah.
Awesome. All right, copy that. Hey there, this is Delilah Andre with esportsgames.com. I am here with the CEO of Acumen. His name is Awesome.
Hello, how are you doing?
Doing wonderful. And?
It's Gareth from Tennis of Rock.
Wonderful. So please tell us more.
Well, Acumen Technologies has a device that can project on high definition. So you can have a cell phone or a tablet with built-in projector. And we are planning to put content platform, including content such as Tenors of Rock, in the device so you can watch your content anywhere, anytime, any place.
Very cool. Are you able to demonstrate it for us by any chance?
Yes, we can. We have a demo set up on the other side, and we'll be happy to go do a demo there.
Should we go over there and have you demonstrate? Okay, we're going to go and get a demonstration. Woohoo, let's go. We're going to do a demonstration. We're going into the room for the demo. All right, we are now in the room, and Awesome is about to demonstrate his awesome technology.
This is a tablet with built-in projector technology, and it's projecting the content on the wall. And we also have a cell phone that can do the same. Yeah.
Very, very cool. I love it.
Thank you.
I'm hearing a lot of cools here on my walkie-talkie.
Oh, thank you.
my secret agent.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yes. Okay, sounds good.
So our device is not just about entertainment; it's also about business and education. We are also putting our devices in classrooms globally, so we can watch educational content. And business people are using it for corporate training and presentations, and entertainers are using it to watch movies and TV shows.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the demonstration. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
I'd like to also show you the phone really quick.
Oh, we're going to show the phone as well.
It can project on high definition, as you can see. This cell phone has a built-in projector, as you can see, and it's projecting Stanley's content right now.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
So this is the future.
Oh my god, that is so awesome. And this with the Spider-Man movie coming out too? Whoa.
Absolutely.
That is the best thing ever. It's like Stan is almost here. Well, he is here, but here. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
All right, back to Wuhan.
So we're live again, and I got to tell you, these two ladies were just walking by, and I had to stop them. Two of the best costumes I've seen all night. I want to say hello to
Brianna, Uteme Cosplay.
And I'm Amber of Amber Skies Cosplay.
Now, can you tell me why you chose these outfits tonight?
I'm a huge fan of Gamora. I've read the comics, Guardians of the Galaxy, been a huge fan, of course, of Stan Lee and all of his works. But, she's such a strong female hero. And, is there anything that she can't do? She's unstoppable. And I love strong female characters. And, Gamora I instantly made a connection with.
Probably next to the Hulk being green, I would say probably the best-looking green character in the Marvel Universe.
I would love to see a battle between She-Hulk and Gamora. How would that end? Wonder.
And Nebula, because every green needs blue to complement her, of course, needs to overshadow her. Why wouldn't you want to be a bad guy is my main question. Why be good when you can be bad?
Bad is so much fun. I can't tell you how many bad guys I've played. I mean, nobody wants to make this guy be the nice guy. You know what I mean?
I mean, even I was technically a little bad before I became good. So, yeah. We were on
Now,
the side.
what did it mean to you to be here today to see Stanley enshrined at the Chinese theater?
I mean, it's a dream come true, I think, for both of us. He's like our hero. I mean, we grew up with him and his works, and he's such an inspiration to, I think any geek we know. Especially,
It's kind of like the nerd mecca to be standing in front of the man of all men. So
yeah, so we're just grateful to be here.
I gotta tell you, I interviewed him, and I remembered watching, The Amazing Spider-Man in the '80s, and hearing his voice. And I'm standing right in front of him, talking to him. Stanley. I mean, I'm in a suit. This thing.
Yeah.
We're still shaking.
I know. We're just like, he's here. He's here. We're here.
Well, I want to say you all completely represented the universe wonderfully. I want to thank you all for spending time with us, and we're going to send it now back to Gina. Thank you, ladies.
We're here at the Stark Mansion, and I'm here with Brian and Paul. How are you guys doing this evening?
Oh, great. This party's been amazing so far.
Yeah, good. Thanks, Gina. It's really good.
Very good. So now I want to talk about this poster because you guys designed it. So tell me a little bit about your inspiration for the way you've designed it and everything.
Well, it was a big collaborative effort with the group. I think Paul sort of had the idea with us. We were just thinking of doing something very iconic to who Stan Lee is, and sort of a comic book cover was the first idea we came up with, and especially referencing the essence of the old Spider-Man comics, and sort of the title of the event kind of fitting perfectly with kind of changing it to the Stan Lee event. And then just that iconic image of Stan, Paul took over from there, and I mean, take it away.
Well, it's just a case of really just working up Stan's iconic image and trying to make him as good as we possibly could, which wasn't very difficult because he's a very glorious-looking man, even at his age. So, yeah, it was just it was a great collaboration between myself, Brian, and Legion M, and we started off discussing it on the phone, and they took it from there, really. And we both had the same kind of image in our head, the same idea, and
it was just so natural, just kind of flowed and came together that it was effortless to just come up with this idea and this concept. Just really kind of hinting at some of the more iconic elements of Stan and Spider for Spider-Man.
The Chinese theater in the back.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, now looking the way you did the Stan Lee and the I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
The Marvel logo would usually be on a comic book, and so use that kind of space to have information in it.
Yeah, and just pay tribute to a lot of his big achievements. I mean, the amount of work he's done in 78 years of being in the superhero business, I mean, that's unheard of. I mean, he really is the modern father of mythology and just storytelling. And there's definitely a sort of a godlike element we tried to portray with sort of the backlit sun effect of Stan. And just he's has so much energy that comes off of him, and it really shows in this illustration, this beautiful work that Paul did. So I couldn't be happier with how it turned out for the event.
It's very cool. So now, growing up, what was each of you your favorite comics?
My first introduction to Stan Lee really was through I think it was a Spider-Man cartoon, and Stan's voice would come over at the beginning of the cartoon, and that was my first kind of introduction to who Stan Lee was, because I think he was introduced himself as "This is Stan Lee" and "Hello, True Believers" or whatever it was, and it was just from then on it was more the cartoons than the comics for me growing up, really was. But then later in life, I got to know the comics a little bit more, and now with movies the way they are, with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's just like amazing. So yeah, it's really great. Yeah.
Very cool. And you?
I'm sort of the same. I mean, I watched a lot of the cartoons in the 90s, like the Spider-Man cartoon that was out, but I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well is what really hooked me in and made me aware of these characters on a deeper level. And yeah, I think that's really what pulled me in was the films, but the comics are amazing too, and all the stories. There's so much. I just can't wait to see how much it's going to roll out in the future.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys both, and have fun tonight. And we're going to have more coverage at the Stanley party after this.
Hi, I'm Gillian Anderson.
Hi, I'm David Duchovny.
And I'm recording X-Files.
Cold Cases for Audible.
They're going to be hearing the voices of Mulder and Scully and Cigarette Smoking Man and myself.
It's always a thrill to come back.
It's comfortable falling back into the character.
I still feel connected to Langley.
For the hardcore fans, it'll be the exact same thing.
This is Delilah Andre with esportgame.com. We have Sean here making some specialty drinks. Please tell us, Sean, what are you making?
Well, tonight we're making 4 specialty cocktails with some Estonian rums and vodka. The first one that I'm going to make for you guys is called the Ironman. It uses a rum as its base, and then it follows up with a pineapple juice and a little bit of cranberry. So it's a nice, refreshing liqueur, but it's also got this mapley sweetness that comes out of it.
Ooh, that sounds delightful.
What you're going to always do is you want to make sure you always come in with 1.5 fluid ounces of your rum, 1 fluid ounce of your cranberry, and then you follow up with about 3/4 fluid ounce of the pineapple juice. When you shake it, it should come out with a nice frothy tone at the top, but yet still have a beautiful, beautiful brown color, much like the red and the yellows of the suit for Ironman. Now our next one is Captain America's own drink. We put some grenadine in there, some blue curacao, some vodka, and then we tap it off with a little bit of Sprite, just to give it a little bit of whiteness.
Sort of purple.
It is supposed to be kind of purple because we're, mixing around with that red and blue too much. Now what we do for the next one, which is the Hulk, as you can see, we have a blue curacao base at the bottom. We have some Viru Village, which is a beautiful, beautiful vodka. It's been around since 1960, incredibly pure. Top it off with some pineapple juice, and as we start to stir it, we start to get that green-looking tint that we're looking for, so it's closer to the Hulk.
Okay, so if I were to drink this, will I totally Hulk out? If I were to drink this, will I totally Hulk out? To be continued. Okay, what's the next one?
And our last drink, because we like to go kind of off of that Russian style of the Black Widow. Our last drink is a Black Widow, which we start off.
The Black Widow.
When we make this one, we start off with the Valtalin, which is, again, our Estonian rum. You get a little bit of lime juice in there because, much like Scarlett Johansson, she's quite refreshing.
She sure is.
And then we finish it off with some Werner's ginger beer. So it's much like a Moscow Mule, but instead it's with rum.
Beautiful, beautiful creations. Oh my goodness, Sean. You are genius at these cocktails.
Thank you very much. I hope you guys will enjoy them and take them home with you.
Sure will. Thank you very much. All right. Back to Lujan.
We're with Matt Murray, Jeff Chakowski, and Amy Fox, standing live. We're talking about, you mentioned you are with...
I'm the editor-in-chief of Stanley's Power Entertainment, which is Stan's company in the wake of Marvel. We create new and original IP. We have some great stuff coming out in terms of anime and comic books. And we also have partnered with Box Boulevard with Jeff Chakowski and Amy Fox on the Stan Lee box, which Jeff can talk to a little about.
Tell us more about the Stan Lee box, please.
Look, I'm glad you asked. So we white label subscription boxes for big brands and celebrities for Box Boulevard. One of our clients, Matt, Pow Entertainment, Stan Lee, we create the Stan Lee box. So Amy Fox over here is our chief brand officer. Her and her team go and actually create the experiences that are inside the boxes. And then, of course, Matt, Stan, Champion, everybody over at Pow Entertainment go and then, help with the approvals and answer everything and then put everything in the box delivered to people's doorsteps every month.
Did you ever think that was possible, getting Stan Lee in a box to your place? I mean, because, it's we have the World Wide Web and all, but it's still not the same as getting comics in your hand. Right, and seeing the photos for yourself, seeing the pictures, seeing all the illustration, all the artwork that these magnificent artists do, it's wow. I mean, I was a comic book fan as a kid, and I could just imagine. if I could get a subscription as a kid, I think that'd be my lifelong Christmas gift. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, it is like a year-long Christmas gift. We do the box every quarter. What is it? Every quarter?
It's every 2 months.
Every 2 months.
Stanley box. And then we have Stanley's comic box, which delivers every month, which is 4 comics, 4 exclusive comics with a Stanley cameo on it. From right now it's from Marvel Comics, and then we're introducing other publishers as well inside these comic boxes, and they're delivered every 30 days.
That's incredible. Let me get a little more insight over here. So, being the lady in the group, the wonderful damsel, how has Stanley affected your life? What brought you to the day that you said, you know what, this is something I want to work with Stanley. I want to have something to say to myself, you know what, this man is iconic, and I can say to myself, I worked with this man, I'm involved with this man in what he does, in spreading so much love, inspiration, imagination to the world.
Yeah, I mean, there's such a rich history, and so the artists from past, the writers from past, and then present, just the inspiration, I think, in creativity and watching. I mean, they mentioned earlier tonight people learning to read, but I think just artists being born, and I think people learning to become good storytellers. Yes. And we live in such a media age. I think now having the legacy of comics and learning to speak through pictures, even more so, grows Stanley's legacy. So it's just a delight to get to curate the rich history that he has impacted.
I can't even imagine.
Generations.
I can't imagine how much you've seen. I mean, the average comic book reader will see so much. Curator, seeing all those images. I mean, how much storage can you have up there? I don't mean that as an insult. Please forgive me.
No, it's. I have to write notes. Otherwise, it wouldn't all stay in. And I think too, then learning about the things that influenced him. Like, so his superheroes were Robin Hood, right? The early Errol Flynn, or all the things he did before he was creating comics. We just did a piece in the box that just came out on all the romance comics that he wrote, and people don't associate that with Stan, but he's got he has impacted so many parts of.
I mean, you think comic books, obviously, when we're younger, and you think kids, it's imagination and stuff, but you don't really think about all the complex stories that go into every comic book as you're growing up, and that has people always say, you read comic books, you're a kid. Well, who do you think draws these comic books? Who do you think write these? They're adults. They're grown people with hearts and spirits, and obviously been influenced by something in their life. And I want to thank you all for helping so many more millions be influenced throughout the world.
Well, yeah. Actually, you talk about comics in terms of adults. It's in the next Stanley box. This past year, we published Stanley's poem "God Woke" as a graphic novel adaptation, and it kind of goes into man's relationship with God and God's relationship with man. And it's Stan jokes like I'm going to write about the best superhero of all, God. But it's actually a very adult piece, and it won a number of awards. It won an Independent Publishers Book Award, and the animations won an Independent Filmmakers Award, and people are responding to it very well because comics really just aren't for kids, and they never really were. Back when Stan started, everybody read comics, and then over time it just kind of became a kids thing, but now we're in an environment where adults are reclaiming that, and we're getting a lot more literature and literary comics, and to have Stan, to be able to help Stan participate in that, to get beyond Spider-Man and beyond Thor, it's one of the thrills of my life. I got to tell you that.
I want to thank you all one more time. I mean, that's so much history, so many amazing details that you shared with us today. Remember, Stanley in a box.
Excelsior!
Excelsior!
Enough said.
We're going to Gina.
We're here at the Stark Mansion, and I'm here with Leo. How are you doing this evening?
I'm feeling kind of strange this evening.
Very good play on words. So now on to that. Can you tell me a little bit about your costume?
Yeah, I'm Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange, from the famous comic book and MCU movie, Doctor Strange, of the same Benedict Cumberbatch fame. Yeah, here we are at Stanley's birthday party. This is insane. This is wild.
Very cool. So now, Stanley obviously is a huge influence to you. Growing up, what kind of impact did he have on you, his comics and everything?
Well, I mean, that's. I mean, how do you even go about even starting to answer that question? His comics had a massive impact. I mean, I've been into comics since I was a kid. I collected the 1995 Fleer Ultra X-Men series of cards. I was issue 1 subscriber to Ultimate Spider-Man in the mail. I mean, and not to mention everything else that he's done, including the movies and other comics that I've owned sporadically through the years, and 90s cartoons. I mean, you name it, this guy has sort of been part of everything that's helped define, if not in total, at least a large part of pop culture as we know it. So it's pretty cool to be here at his birthday party dressed as one of his characters. And it's nuts.
Oh, I can imagine. And now, if you could say a personal message to Stanley, what would you say to him?
I would say, Stan, you know, first of all, thank you for everything that you've done and for your wonderful creative mind. And yeah, I mean, what else can you say? Thanks for inspiring all of us. Thanks for inspiring me. Thanks for validating the career of comics. Thanks for making something that someone once considered a niche corner, nerdy, sit at your own lunch table sort of pastime as something that people could consider a viable option in the future and grow and share and love and be nerds together and, you know, take that love and make it mainstream and then create the world that we live in today, man. Thank you for all of that. That's, you know, I owe it all to you. I'm wearing a red cape because of you, man. Thanks. It's crazy.
Very cool. Thank you, Leo, and have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now we are going to have more after this.
Hey there, this is Delilah Andre with eGameSports.com and eSportsGames.com, and this is Tony Stark's Game Room. Check it out. And with me, I have
Rain.
So tell us why you're here, Rain.
Stanley is venturing into the music business, and I'm his first candidate, I guess.
Wow, Stanley's venturing into the music business. That is so cool.
It's very cool. It's extremely exciting. It's even exciting for him to just gaze at you, let alone be like, hey, would you like to venture into the music business as a prodigy of Stanley? Like, I can't even wrap my head around it right now.
I can't wrap my head around it either.
It's crazy.
I know, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Gosh, well, I'm so delighted to meet you, and I'm very excited that we're in Tony Stark's Game Room. Can you believe it?
I know. This whole thing is crazy. I had to run this whole mansion is on this like cliff, right? So as I was going on stage, there's just like nothing. There's no gate. There's no nothing. So I was like walking on stage, and I was in these like pumps. I'm wearing nothing now, and you're like,
I'd like to take my pumps off too.
Right? For real. Yes. And have a drink or something.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We're still thinking about that Hulk drink earlier.
Was that a Hulk drink? Is that what that was?
Yes, it was. And yes. And I heard it totally hulks you out, so might have to do it after.
No, it's yeah. We'll do that later.
Well, Rain, it's such a pleasure meeting you, and thank you so much for telling us about it. I can't wait to hear you singing as well. Well, thank you. We're off to Lujan now. Thanks, Rain.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, we're ready. We're ready when you are.
We are here with Bonnie and Xander, also known as the Library Bards. Now, they performed tonight for this magical event out here at the Tony Stark Mansion. Can you tell me what it's like performing at the Tony Stark Mansion?
Oh, well, it's every Tuesday. No, just kidding. I wish it was every Tuesday.
It was freaking incredible.
It was incredible. Stanley's right there watching us. We're singing songs about him. To him.
Yeah.
Very meta.
Now, did you write these songs specifically for this event?
Yes, we did. Yes,
so
we
we're
did.
a nerd parody band. We take top 40 hits and transform them into the nerdy versions they should have been in the first place.
We make them better.
Yeah, so when we heard about this event, they called us to come in and do a couple of songs. We're like, we're going to make some Stan Lee songs. So we did Stand By Me, but we did Stan Lee. And then we did Heart's Magic Man, but it's Comic Fan. And so
I heard that. It sounded great. I heard that. I was over there.
Thank you.
okay, as an actor, sometimes you get these phone calls and you're like, no, what? Wait, really? How? Explain to me what it was like getting this phone call. Okay, so we're having this event for Stan Lee.
That's kind of what it was. So a friend of mine works for Legion M, and he called me, and I thought he was calling me to ask me where his sword was, because I borrowed his sword a few years ago for a music video, and I thought he was calling to yell at me for it, going, hey, I need my sword back. But instead, he was really cool and going, hey, would you like to sing at a Stan Lee event? I'm like, you could have just stopped at, do you want to sing? Like, I'm here. Where do you want me?
What? I'm not singing on tables, doing a little thing, doing a little, yeah.
So it was the fact that they thought of us for this. We're beyond honored to be here, and we're having a blast, first off.
Absolutely. And what was incredible is that he gave his speech. He was moving his way off stage as we were coming on. We made eye contact. I think that we shared a moment. And
Stan Lee.
I shared a moment with Stanley. I got to interview him, first interview of the day, and I mean, I got to tell you, my heart was.
Don't be surprised.
So funny and
don't be
charming.
Don't be surprised if you see these costumes in a future comic, because he was probably so inspired.
I can see it now. The Library Bards versus.
Superheroes. You've heard it here first.
Well, thank you all so much for spending this time with us and sharing song with us about Stan Lee. That's fantastic. Thank you.
I want a song about Stan Lee.
I want the album right now.
Oh.
We're going back to Gina.
We're here at the Stark Mansion. I'm here with Rylan and Reggie. How are you guys doing this evening?
Doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Always fantastic.
Good to know. So, growing up, what was your guys' favorite comic?
I like Ironman.
Ironman, very cool.
I'm a Hulk fan. Incredible.
Hulk fan, very cool. So, your birthday is today as well.
It is my birthday today, yes.
Very cool. This must be a great present to be here tonight at Stan Lee.
Yeah, I was excited to come. We came from Vegas, so we had to make a little drive over here, but it's always fun. Love LA.
Very cool. So, if you guys could say a personal message to Stan Lee on this day that we're celebrating him, what would you say?
Say happy birthday, and I love greatness, man. So I'm glad that you've been doing your thing for a long time and created a lot of inspirement for me and a lot of people out there. So I appreciate you.
Awesome. I think we all grew up reading the comics and watching the movies, and he inspired a lot of us, artistically, to be entrepreneurs, to express ourselves, and now we're in the Stark Mansion. So I think, thank you, Stan. Yeah, thanks for inspiring us.
Very cool. You can mark that off your bucket list now. Rid of the Stark Mansion. Well, thank you guys so much. Have a great time tonight.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hey there, this is Delilah. Hey there, this is Delilah Andre with esportsgames.com, and we are here with
Bruce Walker with TCL. How are you?
doing awesome. How about yourself?
Having a fantastic time here tonight. Thank you. So we're here at the Tcl Gaming Lounge. TCL, we've got TV set up here. We are America's fastest growing TV brand. We're bringing TVs to market this year from 28-inch all the way up to giant 75-inch, and we're very proud to be and honored to be here supporting this event for Stanley. It's a fantastic time for us all.
We're honored to have you here.
Great. Thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely. And what about your Tcl T-shirts? Tell me a little bit more about those.
So everybody that comes here today can work their way through the Tcl Gaming Lounge, play some fantastic Marvel games on Xbox 360s, and grab a free Tcl T-shirt.
Ooh, goody.
Help yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Bye-bye. All right. So we are here in the Tcl Gaming Lounge, and we're in a commercial. Awesome.
There are only women who are fruitful and women who are barren. We are two-legged wombs, that's all. A rat in a maze is free to go anywhere, as long as it stays inside the maze. I don't want to be telling the story.
Streaming live?
We're here at the Stark Mansion. I am here with Mike, Jordan, and Devin. How are you guys doing this evening? You look like you're having a lot of fun.
We're having a blast. It's awesome.
It's wonderful.
This is once in a lifetime type event. This is amazing.
Stanley, I mean, come on.
Did you see him tonight?
I have not had the pleasure of seeing him yet, but I'm sure I will.
He's doing well.
His arm.
You did.
His little cashmere sweater.
You can sleep well now. Yes, you have touched Stanley's arm. So then, growing up, each of you, what was your favorite comic?
Moon Knight was probably my favorite comic, like the one that stuck, which is a Marvel comic, not created by Stanley, but a Marvel comic nonetheless. And it's like Batman if he was even more psychotic than Batman is. Yeah, I don't know why I like it so much, but yeah.
Just anything related to the Batman animated series. I'm a big Harley Quinn fan. I know she's not Marvel. I know.
It's all good.
But I cosplay as Black Widow, so
she does.
I make up.
That's okay. That's okay.
So the two bigs for me growing up is Aquaman from DC. I'm a huge Aquaman fan, and I absolutely fell in love with Angel from Marvel. That was just a character I just absolutely loved. Growing up, I can remember just you get that excitement as soon as you see the character. You don't know the story, you don't know the writer, you don't know anything, but you see it, and it just something hits you, right? And that's, to me, that's comics. That's the industry. Is just you just get this feeling of love and admiration for these characters and these things that just give you a feeling that you can't get anywhere else. So it's awesome. It's cool to see that universally. So
Very cool. My favorite comic. That's a tough one. I don't know if I have a favorite, to be honest. Really? I did like Fantastic Four. I did. I do like Fantastic.
That's the start.
I do. That and Iron Man. Yeah.
That's the Stanley start, though.
It is. So if you guys could say a personal message to Stanley today, what would you say to him?
Stan, I love you. You've inspired. Like, I'm a comic book writer as well, and he sort of laid the sidewalk on my path to being what I am today. And he's an old guy. He's 95, and I hope that I have the energy and charisma and enthusiasm for life that he has now. So I continue to strive to be like you, Stan.
Very cool. And Jordan, what would you say?
Stan, you seem like a wonderful, wonderful person. You made a home for a lot of people growing up who felt like they didn't belong. And that's one of the most wonderful things you can do for anyone.
Beautiful.
Man, I think Chuck Palahniuk said it best. He said it's not about living forever, it's about creating something that will live forever, right? And Stanley, I think, is the person that embodies that more than anyone on the planet, right? Stanley is not just a person as much as he's a wonderful human being, and he's a branding. He is comics. He is that twinkle in a child's eye when they find their first comic that they're going to fall in love with and just run with it for the rest of their life. And he embodies everything that is pure and wonderful about this industry. So happy birthday, and here's to many more, hopefully. And you're an amazing person. You've inspired more than you could ever know.
Great.
I have a message for Devin, too. Thanks for making us look stupid, Devin. That was beautiful.
Well, very cool, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great evening, and we'll have more coverage after this.
Good morning, Dr. Francois. Security. Look out. Back to the Baxter, Dr. Richards. Enough said.
Invitation, sir.
Look great, Hef. Larry King. Larry!
Did it work? I thought he'd be taller. Superheroes in New York. Can I have my shoe back?
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, man.
I think I know that guy.
Look at Mr. Smiles over here.
Hey, could I borrow the sports section?
Stop trying to scare us.
Yeah, crazy stupid fun.
Give it up for Eddy.
Are you Tony Stank? That is hilarious. Wow, nice suit. Zip it, Stanley.
And we're back at the Tony Stark Mansion for Legion M's celebration of the amazing Stan Lee. We're here with Susan and Sean. I had to stop them because I saw the wonderful TCL gift bags that they had, and I'm just curious as to what's in them. Do you mind sharing with some of the fans? Sure. Can we see? Pull something out. Now, Captain America in a plush form. You know, it's an adorable thing, even though he's a defender of the world and the universe. You know, it's just I'm sorry, it's really cute. It's just really cute. You can't say it's not, right? Also, Celsius, one of the sponsors of tonight's event. I have not had one. I can't wait to get my hands on one. Wow, that's a nice bottle. You know, when you're training in the gym, right? Because you gotta go fight crime.
Right.
When you're working to be a crime fighter, and maybe you want to be dressed in iron. If you can't afford the whole iron costume, maybe you take this with you and just say, "Hey, I'm here to fight crime." The Tcl T-shirt. That's fantastic.
Gotta look good when you work out.
You go to the gym. It will keep you cool. Yeah.
We want to thank all the sponsors of tonight's event. This would not be possible without them, without Legion M. I also want to say, that's a cool shirt, but this is also a cool shirt. And this dress, the print is amazing. It's like a whole comic book on your dress. You're wearing a whole, is it a whole comic?
No, it's different comics with Thor, Spider-Man, different Marvel characters, Hulk.
Now, can I ask, what brought you all to this event tonight?
Stan Lee, of course, because he's the man, the legend. We love him so much.
How were you all at the ceremony earlier today?
Yes.
Can you give me a little description of what that made you feel like, watching Stan Lee put his handprints in the same cement as Marilyn Monroe, all the legendary actors of yesteryear?
I can't believe it took so long, guys.
I said the same thing. I was like, "You mean he's not already there?"
Already there? Yeah, he's not already there. He should have been there years ago.
I mean, Stan Lee has influenced so many millions upon, and not in the United States, in the world and the other worlds out there that we know exist. Because I mean, those villains and the Silver Surfers, all that, they don't come from just anywhere. They come from all over the universe, and the universe after that, the universe after that. But I was telling people earlier how influential he was in creativity, in when it comes to artwork, when it comes to stories. It's like, if you grew up reading these when you were young, they were our own soap operas, right?
Exactly. It was just amazing. He's like a master of everything.
Was there a particular romance between any superheroes that were your favorite?
I think maybe Spider-Man and is that Mary Jane, I believe? Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful, but also kind of like, I'm like, stop leaving her. I know you want to keep her safe, but stop leaving her.
Come back.
It's like breaking people's hearts all the time, Yeah, it's.
But he always comes back, though. Yeah.
He does, because you say to yourself, I want to be a superhero. I want to have all these superpowers, but then I'm like, I can never be in love because I want to keep people safe.
True. You don't have time for a relationship, right? Saving the world.
I mean, do superheroes retire?
Maybe. Yeah, they do.
Never.
Well, not in our hearts, right? Yeah. Not in our hearts. Well, thank you all so much for spending time with us. Thank you for showing us a gift bag. Yes, we're going straight to Delilah. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
This is Delilah Andre with esportsgames.com, and Dave & Buster's, one of our awesome sponsors. It's Stan Lee's 95th birthday year celebration. And
Hey, my name is Damon Barber. I'm the general manager of Dave & Buster's here in Hollywood, California. Nice to meet you, too. Definitely.
so, what brings you here today?
Well, obviously, Stan Lee's 95th birthday. You know, we were called on to be one of the sponsors here and provide some of our delicious food and a couple of our games that everybody can enjoy here while they're at the party.
Games and food. You couldn't go wrong with either of those at a party.
Of course. And, you know, obviously, our alcohol is another element that we also bring to the well, but we have that out there for everybody to enjoy. It's amazing. Yeah.
I sure bet it is.
Of course, for sure. Yeah.
What are some of the games that are in Tony Stark's game room?
Well, actually, I mean, we have at least, I mean, at Dave & Buster's, the location itself, we have over $1 million worth of games, and we were able to bring a couple here. Spider-Man, which you can see right behind us, is one of our featured games. Just came out for the new Spider-Man movie.
Let's go take a look. Yes. Woo! This is amazing. Wow.
Spider-Man Homecoming is our newest game that released right with the movie at the exact same time, only exclusive to Dave & Buster's.
Incredible. Wow. I want to play. Looks like fun. Really? Oh my gosh. Seriously? I don't think I've ever played this before, but it looks fun. Okay, so. Oh, and I don't have to put any money in. I love this.
It's all complimentary. So all you do is just go ahead and press the buttons, and then we can go ahead and get started.
So just press start?
Yeah, just press start. And then when it starts, you just go ahead and press the button.
This one here?
Yeah. And you'll watch Spider-Man actually run through the city.
Whoa, yes. I've always wanted to be Spider-Man since I was like 2 years old.
Stanley will be proud of you right now.
Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. So I just hit this? That's
Yeah,
it?
you just hit this button right here.
Oh, wow.
Almost.
Okay, so what's my objective here?
Well, the objective is to run through the city as fast as you can, and then once you reach the end, then you'll receive a bunch of tickets that'll take Spider-Man home.
Awesome. Okay, let's do this.
Awesome.
So, I'm ready to play. All right, thank you so much. We're going to send it over to Luhan. I'm busy playing Spider-Man.
Awesome.
We're standing here right in front of the Tony Stark mansion, as many have known from the Ironman movies, the Avenger movies. If anybody has seen this, you already know the grandeur of this house. Knowing that it's a little dark, you may not be able to see it as well as we do standing here live. But, you know, when you consider a $30 million house built on the edge, on these Hollywood homes, the view is outstanding. What you see on camera sometimes in the movies is not fake. That is really what is out here. Being able to step on this lawn, being able to step around this house, it's an incredible thing. We're so lucky to have had this moment to share with Mr. Stan Lee, to be in a house that maybe might have been envisioned in some of the comics when we were growing up. And so we're going to be showing footage of the house throughout this filming. So you'll see some of it. Maybe come back online later, and you'll see some more. And you know, I want to. Can I talk to you here for a second? I want to get some insight to what it's like. How you doing, my friend? Your name is?
I am Kraven the Hunter. Good evening, America.
Kraven the Hunter. Now, Kraven the Hunter, did you ever think that you'd be standing at Tony Stark's mansion?
I have many times looking for Spider-Man. By the way, if you've seen him, I have his wallet.
He's got Spider-Man's wallet. Then he knows his secret identity. Oh, no. That's right. No, I love it. Now, realistically, do you think you could hold a superhero-sized battle inside this mansion?
Of course. It's actually kind of small. It's just right.
Now, your costume, your wardrobe, you put this together yourself?
Of course.
Or Give us a little more insight to your character.
These are my trophies. But the ultimate trophy is Spider-Man.
But you have his wallet.
For now, yes.
Okay, we're going to throw it straight to Gina. Thank you so much. Hope you find maybe Spider-Man. Maybe?
I'm here at the Stark Mansion with Mario, Kim, and Jen. How are you guys doing this evening?
We're doing fantastic, having a great time.
Great. Now, of course, let's talk about these costumes.
Well, this is Captain America from the Avengers movie.
I'm sorry.
No, and the reason why I don't have my mask is because I forgot it at home.
Oh, no. And Kim?
I'm Peggy Carter from the Captain America movie.
Very cool.
I am the Dazzler. My superpower is to sing and dazzle and stun people. So
Very cool. And you guys obviously made these costumes, put them together. Very cool. So growing up, what was your favorite comic?
I would have to say Superman, but since Superman is a DC comic, I thought I'd come in as Captain America.
Interesting. And Kim?
Spy versus Spy.
I'm a new convert. I didn't do comics when I was young, just the last 8 years. So
Okay.
But I did read Mad Comics, Mad Magazine,
Yep.
But that doesn't count. So.
That's okay. We're getting you on board now, so that's okay. So now, if you guys could say a personal message to Stan, what would you say to him?
I'd say, Stan, you are the man. You are the best thing that's ever happened to comics. And when I found out that you put together Spider-Man, you were the originator from, that was my favorite comic when I was growing up as a little kid.
Happy birthday, Stan, and many more to you.
It's hard to top that. Thank you for not giving up when it was hard.
Aw, very sweet. Well, thank you guys so much for your time, and have fun out there tonight.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, this is Delilah Andre here with esportsgames.com, and we have two amazing singers that just finished singing.
Hey everybody, I'm Xander.
And I'm Bonnie.
And together we're the Library Bards. We just performed. We're a nerd parody band. We take top 40 hits and transform them into the nerdy versions they should have been in the first place.
We make them better.
And we just did a couple of songs for Stanley, Stanley-based songs, and Legion M! There's so much going on.
I know, so much going on. We're having a Legion M group shot. Sorry for the interruption here. We're having a Legion M group shot right now, right? Right. Okay.
So this is probably way more important. So we're gonna go with you guys.
Everyone here is important. We're all in it together. The group shot is important, so we're about to do that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes. All right, let's do it.
We're just the nerds in leather.
All right. So, are we doing a panoramic?
This is very exciting.
All right, we're going to widen out the shot. We're going to do a wider shot. Okay. Hey, everyone. We're going to do He says he wants everyone to say I am Legion M. So, okay, we're going to all get ready and say I am Legion M when the camera comes back. All right, I am Legion M, you guys. Ready? 1, 2. I am Legion M. Awesome, you guys. Woohoo! You guys are amazing. Okay, one more time. We're going to do it again. But louder this time, everybody. All right. 1, 2, 3. I am Legion M! You guys are amazing. This is Legion M here, and we've got a very enthusiastic Legion M. We're going to commercial now in 30 seconds.
Captain Brackett, do you copy? Do not let another one of these things leave that lab alive. Yes, sir. Maybe we can catch it with something. Back away, Joel.
It's too late.
Damn right it is.
I'm not talking about Private Koenig. There's an adult creature in the room with us.
Joel, look out!
Look out for the tail!
Feel every word. Alien River of Pain exclusive to Audible. Listen now at Audible.
And we're back live at Tony Stark's mansion with John from Blackhorn Imports. John, one of the wonderful sponsors of this event tonight that was able to make this Stanley celebration possible. Share with us a little bit of history of Blackhorn Imports.
Well, Blackhorn is an importer of spirits from Estonia. We have Vanatallin, which is a rum liqueur. It's over 120 million bottles sold worldwide. And we have a 119-year-old vodka called Viru Valga. It's absolutely incredible. It's such a pleasure to be here tonight, Daniel, and celebrating.
You were telling me about some of the drinks that you made.
Yes. We so with Viru Valga vodka, we made the Hulk, which is Viru Valga vodka, some pineapple juice and blue curacao. With Vanatallin, we make an Ironman, which is absolutely incredible. Pineapple juice, cranberry. You get the vanilla, the cinnamon, the citrus of the Vanatallin. Just these products are such high quality, and to be able to accent, some of Stan's accomplishments with the characters, it's a big pleasure to be able to bring such high quality brands to such an incredible, just unsurmountable brand in Marvel.
I almost want a high quality fight between the Hulk and Iron Man in my stomach later on tonight. I'm just saying.
That's exactly what we're having, but there's no fighting going on. These flavors match beautifully. Methanol-free, non-GMO, absolutely smooth as a whistle. These products are incredible. So thank you so much.
Thank you, John. Thank you for being a part of this and being able to make this night special for everyone.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Back to you.
We're here at the Stark Mansion, and I am here with Katie, Perry, Chad, and Cassidy. How are you guys doing this evening?
Great.
Wonderful.
Great. So now you guys are here at this Stan Lee event. What was your favorite comic growing up?
Captain America.
Captain America, very cool.
Mystique.
Mystique.
I always had a thing for wizards, so I read a lot of Doctor Strange as a child, which made me a very weird fifth grader, but yeah, Doctor Strange.
Spider-Man and Thor have always been kind of tied for me, so yeah.
I know the feeling. I'm the same way with Iron Man and Fantastic Four. So now if you guys could say a personal message to Stan Lee, what would you say?
Thank you for inspiring millions around the world and helping everyone get through tough times and teaching people how to read.
Just that you're an inspiration, and to, I'm an artist myself, and to even get close to what you've achieved would be something incredible. So thank you for setting an example.
Excellent mustache. It's always just perfect and coiffed and marvelous. The man is an OG, and he's got brilliant style.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he is the poster child for never giving up.
I think these guys said it really well already, honestly. That was spot on.
It's the drawback to being on the end.
I can't top that, but yes, thank you for everything. It's been
Very cool. Well, thank you guys so much, and have fun tonight.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Mom.
All right, guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sometimes a key locks you in, and sometimes it locks you out. But not at Key House, where every key unlocks the past, the paranormal, the evil that lurks within. Introducing Lock and Key, an audio drama that will haunt you for years. From the best-selling graphic novel by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez comes a spine-tingling thriller so vivid you'll want to listen with your eyes closed. Featuring Academy Award nominee Haley Joel Osment as Sam Lesser.
You were dead! I liked it that way!
Golden Globe Award nominee Tatiana Maslany as Dodge.
Is that you, Bodhi, playing Ghost? I heard you talking to your mother about turning into a ghost.
Emmy Award winner Kate Mulgrew as Candace Whedon.
Do it if you're gonna do it. Push me.
Live the horror of Key House, where evil might lurk in the room next door, or right in front of you. Get the audio drama exclusively from Audible.
Tony Stark Mansion for the Legion M amazing celebration of Stan Lee's life. Now, don't be confused. There's actually a rain shower going on right now. It's pouring rain. If you don't believe me, see for yourself.
Hi, my name's Rain.
Now, Rain, I set her up for that. My bad.
You did. You didn't even tell me.
Television.
I was like, wait, where is he going with this?
Now, you just finished telling me an incredible story. I actually got to say, in everything that Stan Lee's done, I've never heard something like this, and it just blows my mind, and I could totally see why. You're telling me that you are personally now being endorsed by Stan Lee. He's going to promote you as an artist.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, we just announced it tonight on stage. He just announced 100% he's endorsing me as his new artist. Basically, we're taking the comic world and the music world, and we're fusing them together and making this crazy, cool goodness that I can't talk too much about because it's kind of
okay. It's kind of private. When it comes to superheroes, you only get to see this much and not this much. It's to be revealed later. Right now. Do you have your own avatar already? Do you have art? You do?
Is that crazy?
Can you tell us more about it? Well, is that secretive too? Wow! I want to get so much information here because I'm just like, this is amazing. I mean, you look at this woman and you just say to yourself, okay, I want to see. Are there like superhero boots? Are there the costumes? It's just music in the industry is just so much like all over the place, right?
It is. It's so much all over the place. Right now, everything's so underground. Like, you guys are getting basically the exclusive. This is the first time that we're coming out with it. This is the night that we're just like, hey, I'm an artist, and I was founded by Stan Lee, and we're going to...
How did that happen? Tell me, how did Stan Lee find you? Or you find Stan Lee?
It was really a crazy situation. My manager Dave had a really close relationship with him, and we ended up talking, and we sent him some of my songs, and he was like, holy, this girl's awesome. And I'm so
that just doesn't happen.
grateful. It doesn't happen, man. And
I mean, how many people send people songs and then just like, hey?
Actually, not too many. You gotta know. Yeah, it's really crazy. I'm just so thankful for everything that's happened. It's insane. I'm from Toronto. I'm from like a little town in Brampton, or in Toronto, near Toronto, where Alessia Cara and Drake are from. Yeah.
She's with it.
I'm with it.
She's with it.
I'm with it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah. Okay. I can't. You hear Drake, you're like, hey, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Can't you tell?
Yeah. I met Drake once, so we're close. I call him D-Rake.
Because Drake has his own avatar too. I don't think it had anything to do with Stan Lee. I think he made it himself, but secret. You'll see it later.
Oh, there is a couple cool things that I can say. We're coming out with a comic book. So since we're fusing the music world and the comic book world, we're going to come out with this really awesome comic book character that's based around, Rain, and all the powers are to come. And we're going to have incredible writers that I can't say yet, but it's so underground.
She's so secretive.
I can't say her. Okay, my publicist is right there. She's eyeing me right now.
I think she's eyeing me with a bat in her hand.
She's like, stop it. Yeah, she wants me to stop with the rain joke. I need to get out.
Sorry. I know that was a dad joke.
It was bad. But I love you. I like you.
Okay.
I like you.
I try to make this pleasant for you. That's just like, I know how intimidating it can be. I'm intimidated right now because I'm from Texas, and it doesn't rain that often.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. So with that, we're going to go back to Gina, but thank you so much, Miss Rain. It was wonderful meeting you.
So
Good luck with everything. Break a leg, as they say.
No. Okay, yes, thank you.
We're here at the Stark Mansion, and I am here with Sky and Michael. How are you guys doing this evening?
Very good.
We're having a blast.
You guys look very nice tonight, by the way. Look like you're red carpet ready. Thank you. So, growing up, what was an inspiration from Stan Lee for you guys? I mean, comics and.
It kind of taught me to just mostly never give up, pretty much like that.
Very cool. And Michael?
Yeah, so I'd have to say, growing up, my favorite was Captain America, and just how Stan's inspired me would be, you know, he did what he did what he loved, and he made a living off of that, and that's kind of inspired me to do that with my life. So, yeah.
Very cool. And now, if you guys had a message that you could send to Stanley, what would that be?
Mine would probably be keep up the good work. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And mine would be, well, he's going to be 95, so I'd have to say, let's make it another 95 years if we can.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much, and have fun tonight.
Thank you. You too.
And now we're back to Lujan.
Here with the amazing Remy, and I say amazing because this man is a fan. Now, you know, the comic book world would not exist without the fans. Somebody could have drawn something a long time ago, and the public could have never taken to it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But instead, millions upon millions of people opened these pages to, you know, back in the day where, you know, they were 10 cents, 12 cents, 30 cents, 60 cents, and the price went up and up and up and up. But so many fans become so invested with it because it becomes an actual part of their life, so much so that you take that amazing artwork and you put it on your body.
Yes, you do. This actually goes all the way up and down my side. I've got Ironman's arc reactor. I'm a little bit of a fan. My sister growing up read novels like nobody's business, and my mom could not get me to read. And I showed interest in a X-Men #3. It was sitting on the shelf. I picked it up, started reading it, and she's like, oh, okay, well, here we go.
Yeah.
Here I am. Little did she know that this was going to be the side effect, but she got me reading. Now I read like nobody's business.
You know, and it's an amazing thing with so much with, you know, people who suffer ADD, people who, you know, growing up when you have other things, I know I did, you know, my attention span is like if it didn't have pictures, I wasn't reading it.
Right.
But, you know, you mentioned that, the strong effect that comic books, like you don't want to read, but comic books have that child, adult, any person I know, I will pick up anything and just stare. I could look at just one image and just be moved to that place because of that one image itself, and yet it's filled with pages and pages and pages of incredible artwork and stories. And we were talking about earlier about, I mean, love story. It's like the men and women's. It's a soap opera in a book.
Absolutely, it's think of
a lot better stories though.
Oh, of course. I hope so. Think of stories like House of M or Civil War or any of the big Marvel events, the Skrull invasion. There are just some iconic things that you can't, once you read them, you cannot forget them. They're just ingrained. And explaining those to somebody that doesn't read comics is one of my favorite things to do. My wife, in specific, in specific, that's not right, but specifically my wife, she knows little about comics, and when I get to explain a whole story arc...
So to say, I'll just watch the movies.
No, I don't let her do that. Not that they're not good, not that I don't enjoy them, but they're a different universe, and you gotta appreciate that. But it's just, I love the intricacies, because I'll start it down a trail, and then mention something. She'll ask me a question about, well, that's a whole other story over here. And it's all intertwined and so well crafted, and it's just...
And Stan Lee was the master, is the master. I'm sorry, 95 going strong.
He really is. He was walking around perfectly tonight.
He stood on stage and was just thanking everyone, and everybody can see, it's okay, you know, you thanked us. We're here to thank you. It's like, no. This is not possible without you, because as Stan Lee says, it's about fans and friends, right? Thank you, brother.
I only hope we all have that clarity at that age.
We can hope we have that clarity now. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Sure thing. Thank you very much. Take care.
Hey, this is Delilah Andre with esportsgames.com. We are live, and we are cutting the marble cake. Look at that. Thank you. I would love one. Over to Gina.
I'm here at the Stark Mansion with Dave. Dave, how are you doing this evening?
Great, thank you.
Great. Now, let's talk about this costume.
I'm Marvel's Hercules, one of the many, many characters created by Stan Lee.
Very cool. Now, what was your favorite comic growing up?
My favorite comic was actually called Young Justice. It's what turned me from a kid that really liked superheroes into an actual comic reader and a regular comic shop goer, was Young Justice.
Very cool, very cool. Now, if you could send a personal message to Stanley, what would you say?
I would thank Stan for being an inspiration to millions, for creating characters that everyone loves and can identify with. I actually am an elementary school teacher, and when it comes to kids that maybe don't have a mom or don't have a dad, in teaching them that there's nothing wrong with a different family structure, I always use the metaphor of Peter Parker doesn't have a mom or a dad. He has an Aunt May and he had an Uncle Ben. And so as long as you have someone at home that loves you, doesn't matter whether they're a grandma, grandpa, aunt or uncle, mother or father, as long as you have someone that loves and takes care of you. And so, because all the kids, they know and identify with Spider-Man, and they can identify with that and relate, and then they feel better.
Very cool. So you're using that as an inspiration for them. And like you said, they can relate to it so they can understand. And that's very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming here, and have a great time tonight.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We're live with the fabulous Gigi. Sorry, we had to get this interview because we saw her walking by.
Fantastic. You're amazing. You actually pronounced my name right. I'm like, yay, an American can say my name right. Thank you.
Well, I saw you in this costume and I said, this woman deserves to have her name pronounced correctly.
What, this old thing?
I have one of those hanging in my closet, too. Actually, you wear it a lot better than I do.
Oh, I beg to differ, fine sir. I mean, I just usually bring this out when I'm vacuuming or doing the dishes, that kind of thing.
Reading a Stan Lee novel.
I know. How amazing is this beautiful night? I just got to perform with the flux capacitors. My whole world is complete now.
So you're the music I was listening to right now. We were going to commercial break and stuff. I'm jamming and stuff.
Doing some moves.
I'm so sorry I missed the performance.
What? Right, that's it. You're dumped.
Now, can you tell us what it was like getting the phone call to ask you, say, hey, we're having a celebration for the Stan Lee. Would you honor us with your presence on stage?
But I was absolutely blown away. The first person I ever call when I get a job is my beautiful family in Australia. And I was like, Dad! And I think it was in the middle of the night. And he's like, yes, what, is everything okay? And I'm like, I've got invited to perform at Stan Lee's birthday party. And he's like, okay, let's talk about it in the morning. Good work, darling, good work, Right. But to me, it blows my mind because this world is such a crazy place. We should all be here doing good stuff and telling amazing stories. And as you can see, he's reached so many people and we've all grown up under the influence of Stan, and what a great journey we've all had together.
Did you feel a huge responsibility because of that?
Absolutely. I've been singing, I sung The Look by Roxette, and I'm telling you, my partner is like, if I hear she's got the look one more time, he was going to do not great things to me, I'm sure.
Well, it's because you've got the look.
Well, we had to work
You've got the look. Yes. No. You've got the look.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, we thank you because, as we know, part of Stan Lee's world is sharing with people. You're obviously an artist. This is something that's been very important to you. And I'm hearing things in my ear. But it's a fantastic thing. I just want to thank you for your energy. It's rare that you get energy like this on the red carpet, and there's so much life here. I just want to keep on talking, but we have to move on to Delilah. Thank you so much for this wonderful time.
Hey, this is Delilah Andre with esportsgames.com, and we have Celsius.
Hi, I'm Nicole with Celsius.
Tell us about Celsius,
Sure. Celsius is a fitness drink. It's proven to accelerate your metabolism and burn body fat, and it also provides healthy energy, so it's a cleaner option for an energy drink.
Ooh, I want to try it. I love it. Will it help my kung fu?
It will absolutely help your kung fu. And we have sparkling and non-carbonated for everybody, something for everyone.
Okay, I'm definitely going to try this.
Awesome.
I heard you had a. Let's take a look at it. Can I try it?
It is, yeah, absolutely. Take a sip. This is our grape flavor. And a brand new package.
Yum! I love anything grape. This is so good. Thank you so much. And I heard you guys have a commercial. Can we take a look at it?
Yes.
We're going to take a look at it. It's back this way.
I'm here at the Stark Mansion this evening with Jerry. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. Having a great time. Great party.
Very cool. Now, you said that you were at the Imprint Ceremony earlier. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the Imprint Ceremony took place about 11 o'clock at the world-famous Grumman Chinese Theater. I've been there before, but not in that type of capacity. Right. So to see the fans there and all the media and the press, it was kind of like overwhelming, but it was an incredible experience. And just to see Stan Lee in person and seeing what he's done throughout his career, I think was way overdue that he got honored.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And what was your favorite comic growing up?
My favorite comic? I think it was Daredevil number 14. The reason I like the Daredevil as one of the comics is that he didn't have like no Superman type of powers. It was just regular like acute other senses that you really actually have. And we always hear that when you do go blind or you go deaf, your other senses do become heightened. So it was kind of believable for that character. And to see the kind of agility he had in the comics, and then he was a lawyer by daytime and everything, and you're like, he's blind, so I know he can't do all the super stuff. So I think his identity has matched.
A little more realism to it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Great. Now, if you had a personal message that you could say to Stan, what would that be?
My personal message to Stan Lee. First, as a man, I think what he has done has given a lot of kids and grown adults to be able to capture their youth through comic books. Comic books, I think, has helped a lot of people through those dark times they might have been, because they get to escape and look at these characters and sometimes wish that they could be those characters. And it was kind of fun, and I think that really inspired a lot of people. And just his career overall has just been amazing. Some of the movies is just incredible, and, you know.
Yes, he's had an amazing 95 years. We're here at 70 wedding anniversary, 78 years in the superhero. It's incredible.
I want to say one more thing. To Stan, I know you love Joan very much, so I want to also send my condolences to his wife that just recently passed. It was like an unbreakable bond. And sometimes when you find your life partner who was also into the comics and also was in some of the films, I thought that was very inspiring as a love story, too.
Oh, yes, and 70 years is quite amazing. Thank you so much for that. Have a great evening. And we are back to Delilah.
All right, let's do it. Okay, Celsius has a commercial we'd like you to see. Do another one? What's that? All right. We're going to play this again. And that's Celsius Fitness Drink. Wow, I'm really excited. This is my new favorite.
We're live with Billy from Kia and Level Up Auto. Hi, Billy. Share with us why you wanted to be part of this magnificent event.
Actually, I had the pleasure of meeting Bernie Bergman, and Paul Scanlon from Legion M. They reached out to me. Majority of my work is in the automotive industry, and one of the brands I represent is Kia. And when they heard that they were doing this for Stanley, growing up around comic books, like I've always aspired to be like the man, and I've always looked up to the man. And you know, they gave us the opportunity to work together with him, and we definitely wanted to be a part of this sponsorship and the party, and we wanted to show Stan our support. So as a representative of the automotive community, we wanted to be here today and thank him for all his hard work and dedication, not only for the stuff that he does for the fans, but for the stories that he writes, the comic books that he creates, because it compels us all to be creative ourselves. And I would not be where I'm at in the marketing or the advertising game if it wasn't for people like Stan. So thank you, Stanley. Happy birthday, and congratulations for everything.
Wow, it's interesting to see that coming from a marketing point of view and stuff, because, like, well, in superheroes, when it comes to superheroes, it is marketing. It's like, oh, man, how good is that costume? How good are my powers? Yeah. All right. Because, you know, a hero will come and go. Readers will be like, you know, I didn't really buy him, you know. Having so much in that brain of his to share with the world, to like you just said, inspire. I know I was inspired growing up, watching all these things. Who didn't want to be jumping off of tables and cars and breaking bones, trying to be a superhero and explain, Mom, I was trying to be Spider-Man. Right. You know what I mean? But
there's a very direct correlation when it comes to racing and building cars, especially for what I do. Yes. If you were to take a basic sport compact vehicle and you were to upgrade it, basically what you're trying to do is make a superhero version of that car. So you want it to be the best, you want it to be the fastest, you want it to be the strongest, and that theory and that application, it all comes from people like Stan. So, you know, again, thank you to him.
That is a fascinating point of view. I got to tell you, we're going straight to Gina. Thank you very much. That was great.
I'm here at the Stark Mansion with Cade and
Jeff.
Very nice to meet you guys. So let's talk about these awesome ties.
Well, they were very vintage. We got them online.
Oh, very, very vintage.
Yeah, the money went to charity, needed something old, and they worked.
Very cool. So then was Captain America, was that your favorite comic growing up?
Yeah, you bet.
Nice. And then Jeff?
I was more of an X-Men fan, but it's hard to find X-Men ties.
Is it really?
It seems to be, yes.
So now, if you guys could send a message to Stanley, what would that be?
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you for years and years of solid entertainment. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much, and have fun this evening. And we're going to have more coverage after this.
Hey man, what's up? Smile, everyone.
You guys did an amazing job. Our clients are really happy. Hey, look, we sent you a video.
So cute.
Hey, this is Delilah Andre with esportsgames.com, and here we have Groot.
I am Groot.
Oh, wonderful. So how are you enjoying yourself today?
I am Groot.
Oh, he's really enjoying himself. Look at that, dancing.
I am Groot.
He's Groot. Woo! What's your favorite dance move?
I am Groot.
tall.
I am Groot.
He is tall. He is Groot. Woo! We're here, photo booth with Groot. People are taking photos here. He's doing photo ops. He's generous enough. How much do you charge for those photo ops?
I am Groot.
I thought so. He's pretty pricey. All right, over to Gina now.
We're here at the Stark Mansion. I'm here with Rain. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you very much.
You look beautiful. Love the hair, the outfit. It's working for you, girl.
Thanks. So do you. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. So now, what was your favorite Stanley comic growing up?
I'm gonna say Spider-Man and Iron Man. We talked a little bit about this before. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's a duel between Spider-Man and Iron Man for sure.
I feel you. I've had that tie problem too. Can't choose.
Right?
Absolutely. So, if you could send a personal message to Stanley, what would that be?
Stan, I am so excited to begin working with you in the music industry, and I can't believe that you chose me to begin this journey. And hell yeah, let's do it, dude.
Very cool. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.
Yeah, you too, girl.
Thank you.
Delilah Andre here with esportsgames.com, and we are here with the Vodka.
Hi there.
And tell us about the product.
We're here with Deep Eddy Vodka. It's a new vodka from Austin, Texas. It's corn-based, so naturally gluten-free, distilled 10 times, and then it's infused with real fruit.
Let's take a look at it.
So this is the ruby red grapefruit variety. We get our ruby red grapefruits from Florida, California, and Texas. And like I said, it's just infused with the real fruit and only sweetened with pure cane sugar.
Oh, wonderful. Tell us a little bit more.
So this is one of the varieties. We also have classic vodka, and sweet tea was our original. It's infused with black Indonesian tea leaf and sweetened with honey. We just launched orange in February. We also have lemon, cranberry, peach, and then the ruby red grapefruits are our #1 seller, and classic vodka as well.
And why did you choose to sponsor this vodka?
This event with,
I'm sorry, I meant this event.
No worries. So I personally am a huge Stan Lee and Marvel fan, and it's just such a great cause, and to be here with all of these other fans and all of these people on such an epic day for him, it's really an honor for us to be here. So
this is the most epic party ever. and celebrating the most epic person as well.
Oh my gosh, yes. A legend, really. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And what is your name?
My name is Tiara.
Tiara, Delilah, such a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Sending it over to Gina.
We're here at the Stark Mansion, and I am with Michael and JJ.
JJJ.
JJ, how are you guys doing this evening?
Absolutely amazing. I mean, it's just iconic to, represent an icon like this. Someone who has just influenced so many thousands of lives and so many just people to create art and just everything. Like people who have just seen, bullies, they represent in all these icons, and just like people that have, pushed up to become something more than they could have been, like throughout everything.
Right, yeah, we've got a lot to celebrate tonight. 78 years in the superhero business, 70th wedding anniversary, 95 years. It's incredible. What was your inspiration from Stan Lee, favorite comic?
My absolute favorite is some of the old school Spider-Man comics. It's partially because of a disabled cousin of mine that he's really, really into Spider-Man, just like because he was like my cousin, he was a kind of underdog, but like even though he was an underdog, he was a really good track star, so he was good in sports, kind of like Spider-Man. Like he was kind of underrepresented, but he was still a big, agile form, And so because of that, he's always been really heavy into Spider-Man, and that's been like my push into, loving Marvel and all that stuff.
Absolutely. And you?
Well, again, Spider-Man. He's been my inspiration since I was a kid. He's got me through a lot of hard times when I was a kid. He's always made me feel better going into a different world, escaping reality, for just that short time. And then coming back and feeling that I can conquer what is before me for that day.
Very cool. Looks like that's all the time we have. Thank you guys so much and have fun this evening. Back to you, Delilah.
Hey, this is Delilah again with esportsgames.com, and we have someone here to talk to you about his documentary. What's your name?
Hey, I'm Spencer F. Lee. I have a documentary called From the Bridge. It's starring George Takei. He narrates it. It's got Gene Simmons and Bryan Singer and Stanley and Fangoria co-creator Kerry O'Quinn, Tom DeSanto, Brian Fuller, Neil Adams. There's a really great a collection of artists, filmmakers, and comic book artists and writers, and we're almost done with it. We have a hair's breadth left with it, and I can't wait to share it with everybody.
Wow, I can't wait to see it. So how do I get to see it?
I'm not really on the distribution end, so I'm not sure exactly when it. I don't know how we're going to release it. I know we have a lot going on with it right now. What we would like to do with it is start it off in theaters and do like maybe a small theater tour, and then do like a wider release with it. That's kind of the running plan at the moment. So I was directing.
Nice. What is it called?
It's called From the Bridge, and
From the Bridge.
earlier today I was directing the official footage for Stanley's handprint ceremony. And that footage looks really great, and it's going to take us a little while to put it together, but I know Legion M's going to put some of it out, and we're going to have some in From the Bridge. And what we shot today at Stanley's Chinese theater event it looks really good. I can't wait to share it with everybody. There's a lot of fun stuff in there.
Thank you so much. We can hardly wait to see it. We're going to go to Lujan now.
We're here with Francisco, an investor in Legion M, celebrating tonight's amazing event of honoring Stan Lee with his imprint at the Chinese Theater. Now, Francisco, can you tell us what it meant to you to be a part of this tonight?
I mean, it was huge. It was massive. I mean, it's 95 years in the making. Stan Lee is somebody that is an innovator. He's a pioneer of the media, of comics. If it wasn't for Stan Lee, there would be no comic book industry as it is now. There would be no Comic-Con, which is going to be here in a few days here in San Diego. He's somebody that has really not just transformed the media, but transformed entertainment as we know it. I mean, look at Spider-Man, the blockbuster film that was just recently released. It's a beautiful thing to know that you have generations and generations, from fathers to grandfathers, that can pass it on to their next of kin, share the experience of something that they held due to themselves of reading a comic book, and now that comic book making it onto film. So it's something that is it's very special.
So is that what brought you on to be a part of Legion M? Because I heard a lot about Legion M for the first time myself and was fascinated the whole story of everything. And how did this come about for you?
Actually, it was kind of, for me, it was a little bit of luck. I was actually just trying to do some investing, and I'm very big into comic books personally. I read comic books actually on a weekly basis. And Stanley has always been, as a kid, has always been a part of my childhood. And so essentially I stumbled upon Legion M. And thank God it really it came down to, it really aligned to my priorities as far as what I grew up with. So it was very, very special. So it's pretty cool, really thinking about it.
Were you there to watch him put the handprints in and the whole thing?
I actually wasn't. Unfortunately, I was stuck in traffic. I came all the way down from San Diego, but I'm here for the after party. I was here for the toast. I was able to see Stan Lee, and it was nice to be a part of the after party and seeing what people the gratitude that people feel for exactly what he's done for a lot of these people growing up, myself included.
Well, thank you so much. That's a great story, and he's just been an inspiration to everyone from San Diego to LA traffic to around the world. We're going to bring it back. We're going to go straight to commercial, but stay tuned.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Silicon Valley Comic-Con.
The center of the nerd universe.
And we are introducing the world's first fan-owned entertainment company.
That you actually are investing in the projects, and so if that show becomes a hit, you make money from it.
Oh, cool.
Fans love it. We've got our creative allies here. They're having a blast. Developing a slate of projects, movies and TV shows, and you're going to be able to go behind the scenes. Stanley's supportive. Steve Wozniak has been super supportive. They let us park our company car in the lobby.
We're the world's first fan-owned entertainment company. A lot of people look at this and they say, okay, hey, this is a cool new way to fund content, but they're really missing the point. The value of the Legion is the Legion.
I love these guys and what they're doing. It's so groundbreaking and exciting, just cutting through the red tape of Hollywood and opening the doors instead of closing them. What a concept.
The timing is now, right? It's a revolutionary moment. Let's get all your friends together. Let's blow this thing up.
Join the Legion. It's history in the making.
Hey, this is Delilah Andre again with esportsgames.com at the Stanley 95th year party. And we have a Legion M investor here that we would like you to hear from.
Hi, I'm Leisha Davis, and I actually bought stock in Legion M about a year ago when they first started, and I'm so excited. This is just great. They've actually been able to allow me to live a dream I never thought possible at all, is I always wanted to, be able to say, I helped make that movie, I helped fund that movie and make that unique movie come to life. And now I can say that I own part of that movie, which I never thought could ever happen unless I won like some multi-million-dollar lottery. So even though it's a small part that I own, it's still mine.
It's still yours, and it's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
And the Legion all together, all of us together, we just, we want to do something, and we said, hey, we need to do this, and we all band together. It's the greatest collective teamwork I've ever seen anywhere. This is great.
Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us. We're so excited. We are excited to see where Legion M's going to go. Thank you so much. Off to Gina now.
We're here at the Stark Mansion with Serena and Alicia. How are you ladies doing this evening?
Doing so well, having so much fun. We're having a blast at this party.
You guys look like you're having a lot of fun. So now, Serena, let's talk about this Sue Storm costume.
Killing it, right?
You are killing it, girl.
Thank you so much. Sue means a lot to me. The whole Fantastic Four crew does, because it means so much to Stan. When I heard the story that his wife told him to write comics with characters that he would want to read about, and that meant flawed characters instead of the perfect archetype of Superman who is all perfect all the time, that meant so much to me, and that changed the whole superhero game.
Very cool. So now, you guys, what would be your favorite comic growing up, your inspiration from Stanley?
Fantastic Four.
I was going to say, you never know. Sometimes people come dressed as something else and they can't really decide. So you got to be safe than sorry.
Very true.
No, I'm a huge Captain America fan. Absolute favorite. I love his story so much. I think he's incredible. So.
And why didn't you dress up tonight?
I missed the memo. I don't know. I wasn't ready.
Your girl got dressed up,
Last minute decisions, but I'm so glad to be here. So.
No, you guys are having a great time. So now, if you had a personal message that you could send to Stanley, what would that be?
I just want to thank him so much for all the hard work he's done through the years. We as fans really appreciate all of it, and your characters mean so much to us. Thank you.
Very cool.
Yeah, no, what he's created here, not only just with his work, but the community that's come out of it is absolutely incredible. I feel like a lot of people have found a home in it and have found themselves through it, so I think that's just a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ladies, and have fun tonight. Back to you, Lujan.
All right.
Stanley's life. And you might possibly not be able to hear me. Okay, so now you can hear me. So I'm going to give that one right again, just so you can see me do these motions with my hands. And we're back live at the Legion M celebration of Stanley's life at Tony Stark's mansion with some great super fans from Pittsburgh and Washington. I wanted to be sure not to say Pittsburgh because I know that's probably something people don't like hearing down there. People, me and my cousins growing up, we used to say Pittsburgh all the time. Anyway, so traveling from such a far distance to come down and enjoy and share in a moment like this, I can't even imagine what that felt like just to see all this happen in front of your eyes. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Well, it was worth it. I mean, Stan Lee helped define my generation. He's helping define this current generation. He helped me to, get over some of my awkward teenage years. Right. He was an amazing, amazing human being. He's a great innovator that created some stories that I personally, growing up as quote-unquote nerd, I guess, would just really associate myself with his characters. And it helped, teach me a little bit of a right from wrong and always do the good thing no matter what. And even if it doesn't pan out for you, that being the good person is always worth it.
Right. Right is right. Right is right. How about yourself?
I mean, Stan Lee has not only made nerd cool, but he's basically inspired several generations. And so, I mean, I'm proud to call myself a nerd to be here.
Forgive me for saying this, but don't nerds rule the world right now?
Yes!
It's our time, baby.
I mean, we wouldn't be where we're at this, technological. See, I can't even say it right. Technological age, if it weren't for the masterful minds that inhabit this earth, right? My friend from Washington, tell me, what was it like being able to witness this, being able to see Stan Lee on stage for yourself?
It was great. Stan Lee's been a huge pivotal moment in all our lives. When we were children, I remember we had this big guide to Marvel villains and heroes that we'd always read. And on Sundays, our parents would take us to a comic book store and we'd collect all sorts of comics. And we'd have all these action figures and get together in the basement with me and my two brothers. And we'd wage mock-up fights between the heroes and the villains. And sadly, unlike the comics, everyone would often lose an arm or a leg because action figures weren't exactly as robust as they could be. But they've given us many hours of entertainment, many hours of imagination, and Stan Lee is the man who's behind all of it.
Imagination, fun. I mean, I wish, Mom, Dad, why didn't you take me on Sundays to go get comics? No, I was outside pulling weeds and stuff, but... that's a wonderful story, and it's an amazing thing to be proud of, where, as you say yourself, I'm proud to call myself a nerd. I'm sorry, there's just so much that goes into these comic book stories, as you say, passion, art. I mean, what's nerdy about that? If that's nerdy, call me a nerd. I'm the biggest nerd in the world then. Thank you guys so much for sharing your stories with us, and good luck to you. Thank you. Back to Delilah.
Hey, this is Delilah Andre with esportsgames.com here, and we have Eric.
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing awesome. And what do you do, Eric?
I'm Eric. I'm head of operations for Legion M, actually. So I'm the guy that actually is running around behind the scenes here, making sure everyone's having a good time. So
head of operations for Legion M.
Yes, exactly. So I'm probably the least dressed casual person around here, but just kind of moseying around and doing the thing in the back scene. So
you're doing amazing work. Thank you so much for helping.
Thank you very much.
And so what's the last thing you just end up doing?
You don't want to know. It's a run for toilet paper and cups.
Very important.
Very. Can't believe we ran out, but it happens. Yeah.
Wow, stuff happens.
Thanks.
Is there anything that drew you here tonight besides...
Well, I'm the guy behind the scenes, but it's amazing to be a part of this. Just Stanley's just an incredible man. I was just with them earlier this morning as well, too. Just kind of, seeing behind the scenes and just making sure getting things autographed for the Legion. But it's been just a fun and wild day. Just definitely great to be a part of. And
it has been a very fun and wild day. Thank you so much, Eric. Is there anything else that you want to share Any behind-the-scenes secrets that happened today?
Oh my gosh, you don't want to know. It's kind of crazy. A little too wild.
A little too much for the audience, huh? All right. Well, thank you so much, Eric. It's been such a pleasure. And off to Gina.
Am I good? And I'm here with G tonight. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fantastic.
Great. Now, you were at the Imprint Ceremony earlier. What kind of impact did that have on you, being a huge fan of Stanley?
It was absolutely amazing. I mean, I absolutely love him. He has been an inspiration to millions, and it was just amazing to be able to see him there and being honored the way he was.
Oh, absolutely. Can mark that off your bucket list, right? So what, if you could say a personal message to Stan, what would you say?
I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I want to say thank you so much for everything you have done. You've inspired millions, like I've said, and I just want to thank you with all my heart for everything, and just all of the comics, all of the movies that have come out of it, and I mean, Hawkeye is one of my favorites, so just thank you so much for everything.
Great. Thank you so much, Chi, for your time, and have a great evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're having a tour of the VIP room as we speak. Hey, Delilah Andre here with you, and this is the VIP room at Stony Stark's place. Let's take a look and see. Oh, wow, I love white leather. Absolutely amazing. Let's see, let's take a look at some VIP people and see why they're here. Hey, may I ask you VIPers why you're here today?
We're here to celebrate Stan Lee.
Good answer.
No, we are super excited to be here. Stanley is just an amazing person, and we are so privileged to actually be here in his presence today, and we wish him a very, very happy birthday.
Oh, that's so sweet. So have you been enjoying your time today?
Amazing. It's just been a great day. We started out at the Chinese Theater today. It was a little hot, but it was so worth it. You
guys got to see his imprint.
We did. From far away, but it worked out really awesome. It was great. It was very fun.
Well, thank you guys. I'm going to continue on the VIP. Been a pleasure. All right, we're going to go to commercial now.
Good morning, Dr. Francois. Security. Look out. Back to the Baxter, Dr. Richards. Enough said.
Invitation, sir. Look great, Hef.
Larry King.
Larry!
Did it work?
I thought he'd be taller. Superheroes in New York. Can I have my shoe back?
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, man.
I think I know that guy.
Look at Mr. Smiles over here.
Hey, could I borrow the sports section?
Stop trying to scare us.
Yeah, crazy stupid fun.
Give it up for Chastity.
Are you Tony Stank? That is hilarious. Wow, nice suit. Zip it, Stanley.
I don't know about you guys, but I think I've been having like a damn good time. I mean, a damn good time. And that might possibly be because I'm here with the ladies of Damn Good Shindig.
Yes.
Right? You know, we got a lot of amazing sponsors putting this night together. As you can see, the ladies of Damn Good Shindig are making this damn good Kia look damn good. Because, you know, Kia's a part of this as well. I don't know. Like, I don't think this car stands a chance next to some beautiful ladies, but we'll let you guys decide that. So now I'm going to try and ask some damn good questions. All right. So, ladies, what made y'all want to be a part of this tonight?
Oh, well, we're just huge Marvel fans. Everything that Stanley has created is a wonderful cinematic universe, and it's just so inspirational to artists everywhere.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the name itself, Damn Good Shindig, that's very artistic. I mean, who came up with that, or how, or somebody?
Yeah. Well, we started as a blog. We really loved throwing geeky theme parties for adults because there just aren't enough of those. And as we look around at this glorious, glorious geeky party for adults, yeah. And it was such a hit with everyone. We were all of our friends, and we decided we were going to make this a thing. So we decided to call it Damn Good Shindig because it has a reference to Firefly and lots of fun things in there. So So we are a geeky theme party company, and we do decor, and that is one of the things that we brought here tonight was 2 decor installations.
If I may, when you're asked to decor something for Stanley, a Stanley party, I mean, the pressure, because it's a responsibility, but I mean, how much preparation went in that, can I ask?
Lots of preparation. We threw out several ideas. We pitched several ideas, and we had 2 great winners. We had the We Are Groot installation, so that you can be embraced by the love and the savior that is Groot, and have a nice photo op with him.
Let's go do it.
Yes, we can take a picture. We're going to steal him. We're going to steal him away. As well as a second art installation, the private collection of the collector on loan from our private collection of Damn Good Shindig, featuring some oddities from around the universe, including the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So,
well, I mean, my mind just keeps expanding every day. Like, I mean, it's one thing to grow up reading comic books and seeing such amazing colors just pop off, the page, and getting to meet Stanley and getting to know all the things that are going on. Like, you get Stanley in a box, you get to like hang out with Groot, and and just be like, hey, this is part of my universe now. I want to thank you, ladies, for spending time with us, for looking so amazing, being a part of this whole thing, and Kia. And all the other fantastic sponsors. I don't know about you, but I'm telling you, I'm still having a damn good time. Yes. Back to you. Going to Delilah. Thank you very much.
All right. Hey, this is Delilah Andre again here from esportsgames.com, and we have Shane.
How's it going?
Going great. How about you?
I'm doing great. I'm enjoying this party. It's absolutely wonderful. Seeing Stan again was amazing, so it's great.
So tell me about Legion M and what your participation is with them.
So I own a company called Octo Films. We are a production company. Primarily we work in drone aerial cinematography. So we were flying drones out here and capturing some amazing shots of this beautiful mansion. And I've had a film crew running around here for the last 12 hours just getting some amazing shots that are going to be seen much later. But yeah, it's great stuff.
I would love to see those shots. Oh my goodness. Where can I see them?
I don't know yet. So we got to figure out how we're going to distribute all that stuff. But we'll talk about that later. I have no idea.
As long as you got those shots.
And then we get back in the editing bay and kind of piece everything together and see what we got. But we've probably got 20 or 30 hours worth of footage. So it's going to be great.
Woo! It's going to be amazing. Is there anything else you want to tell us about your production company?
Nope. You can check us out at octofilms.com. We do everything from movies to car commercials to whatever. But now we're doing Stanley's birthday party, so it doesn't get much better than that. I've kind of reached my peak now. So now when Star Wars calls, I'm going to say, "Look, guys, I'm not really interested. I've already done Stanley's birthday, so you got to top that." So it's going to be hard to top that.
Thank you so much, Shane. You're amazing. Going to Gina now.
Oh. We're here at the Stark Mansion, and I am with Mary Jewel. How are you doing this evening?
Great, having lots of fun.
I see. Look at this costume. Spider-Man's got to be your favorite.
Yes, one of them.
One of them. And you are with Legion.
Yes, I am an investor with Legion M.
Very cool. So what was an inspiration from Stan Lee for you growing up?
Just being able to put, instead of just reading a regular book, putting, the pictures to it, making it very creative, just making it fun to read.
Very cool. Now back to, obviously, because Legion is a big part of this. So you being an investor, what does that entail? And
being an investor in Legion M is one of the best choices I've made. I became an investor about a year ago, and I just decided to go ahead and take the plunge. I thought about it for a while and thought, what the heck, I'm going to do it. And it has been so fun. I've been able to do so many things that I've never would have been able to do before, and having a blast. So the investors, we get included on a lot of the things that Legion M does. For example, there's some panels and some Comic-Con parties. And so Legion M had a block of tickets for those events. The events this year are the 20th anniversary Buffy the Vampire party and the 20th anniversary of Stargate SG-1. So that's very exciting that we get to go to those. Even if you're not an investor and you just sign up as a member, you're still able to participate, which is awesome. You don't have to put in money in order to do all these fun things.
Very cool. So where can people go if they want to sign up to be an investor?
Oh, just go ahead and look up Legion M on Facebook, and we have a bunch of links on there where you could go to WeFunder / Legion M, and the minimum is $100 to invest, and then the party starts.
There you have it. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great time tonight. Back to you, Delilah.
Hey there, this is Delilah Andre with esportsgames.com, and we have
Malcolm Ian Cross with Deep Eddy Vodka.
So what brings you here tonight?
We're co-sponsoring the event with a lot of other great brands and coming out for Stan Lee's 95th birthday and enjoying all the Marvel madness, I should say. Awesomeness. Yeah.
Is your vodka over the bar?
Our vodka is at the table downstairs right next to the Hula Girls. And I think you saw the Deep Eddy Betties, the ones in the red dresses a little earlier.
Yes, we did.
We're all dialed in and serving out awesome vodka from Austin, Texas.
Amazing. So,
Yeah.
So is it far?
Not that far.
Okay, let's go check it out. All right. Oh, we can't go that far, they said, yeah. Oh, darn, we can't go that far. Oh, well, hey, psych.
Oops, never mind, check two.
So, so why did you choose to sponsor this event?
Stan Lee's a legend. He's shaped a whole entire culture in his own mind and released it for the world to enjoy. And what a memorable day for him to even be honored to have his hands in Hollywood Boulevard. If anybody deserves it, he does. And we're here to just support the cause and enjoy all of this. It's awesome. Super awesome.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure. Going to Johan now.
All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
CEO of Legion M.
Okay.
I'm the head of content acquisition. And
okay.
So we're live again, live at the Tony Stark Mansion at the Legion M celebration of the life of Stan Lee. getting his imprint at the Chinese Theater today. Now, we're here with the CEO of Legion M. The man basically put this together. First of all, I want to say...
It takes a village.
I do want to say, though, I want to thank you all personally for allowing me to be a part of this because of so many people who were part of Legion M today, doing interviews with fans that came from Australia, from Pittsburgh, from Washington, from New York, to come to share this in this celebration, to be able to, me personally, interview Stan Lee, standing here shaking in my boots.
Yeah.
I had the total fan experience. Me, myself, I guess I'm a fan, but I got to feel like a super fan for a moment because of this experience. And I want to thank you for that personally, but please.
Man, that is awesome. Well, aren't we all super fans in our hearts? I mean, this is what it's all about. It's about like uniting together and doing fun stuff. And this is our promise to our investors and our members is that we obviously, you know, I'm sure by now you've had some background on Legion M, but people own the company with us, right? And we care about creating value for them, for their shares, so that we can increase their financial ROI. But we're also really deeply caring about their emotional ROI.
I got to tell you, they were so excited to be a part of it, to say, like, you know, I'm here as a Legion M investor, and, you know, telling me stories how, oh yeah, you know, I grew up reading comic books and I was involved in this and this, you know, and as an investor in other stocks and everything, I just kind of stumbled upon it and was just like, wow, I can do this, I can be a part of this, and to share in all that, to come here to see Stan Lee, to meet an icon, to when it comes to creativity, stories, everything that would make a child, grown man, a grown woman go, wow, all these things are possible. Yeah. And so Legion M came from that same experience, correct?
It's dream making. That's what it's all about. It's about making and following your dream. That's what our company's about. That's what Stan Lee's about. And tonight is a perfect example of all of it.
It's creating dreams for so many people. It's come on in here.
Group hug. So,
hey.
So I want to introduce Jeff Anderson. He's our other co-founder here, and yeah, I mean, we made history today with Legion M. I mean, we did something that deserved to be done. It was something that, as a entertainment company and as a legion of fans, a community of fans, you know, when we learned that Stan didn't have his hand and foot imprint at the Chinese Theater, that just felt like something we needed to take care of. And you know, one of the things that we felt like Stan deserved this tribute, but it was also a demonstration of what fans can do when they unite together. And that, you know, this a couple months ago, literally 3 months ago, this was a twinkle in our eye. We said, oh, that hasn't happened, we should do it. And 3 months later, we did it. We're on every news channel. It's been absolutely amazing. We had all the studio executives out there giving their tribute. We had 500 people here at the Stark Mansion after party, all within the last couple months. It just kind of came together. And so, you know, for us, this is a demonstration of what can happen with the right community orientation.
It's like you just said, a twinkle in the eye.
Yep.
Isn't that always what starts it? Yep. You know, you get that little twinkle in your eye.
Jeff's got a twinkle. I see it.
Oh
my God.
Jeff, tell us about your twinkle.
What do you got up your twinkle?
I don't think I'm allowed to talk about my twinkle. This is live, right? Give me another couple drinks and I'll tell you all about my twinkle.
We have a thing at Legion M when we have a really good idea, a twinkle in our eye, we put our finger up.
Yes.
And sometimes if we're not together, we send a picture of our finger in the air. Yeah.
And every once in a while, it actually is a good idea. Yeah, most of the time, it's complete nonsense. Yeah. But you know, it sometimes a lot of it is just crazy enough it might work. It's like this whole event was originally supposed to be a light reception with appetizers at the Chinese Theater. After, like, that's the way that it was going to go down. And we said, well, wait a second, that's ridiculous. So we have people that flew in from all over the world, like the UK, Hong Kong, East Coast. So many people drove down from Seattle. Somebody drove from Chicago. Chicago to come here. And we're like, there's no way we can do light appetizers at the...
This
so
deserves to be bigger.
Exactly. And so somebody raised their finger, and...
I see this young man standing here just looking at us as well. Is he part of this?
Yeah.
Can we bring him in as well?
Come on out here.
I saw you raising your finger too, and I said, okay.
This is our master of ceremonies for the evening.
What's going on, guys? I'm the Geek Gatsby, Bernie Bregman.
The Geek Gatsby.
So one thing I would say, if anyone had fun tonight, they need to thank this guy. Because the twinkle in our eye went from the twinkle in our eye to the workload and task list for Bernie.
Yeah, twinkle in the eye to pain in the ass, I think.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But I imagine just the wonderful feeling of living in constant inspiration.
Yep.
I mean, a twinkle, the finger, the whole thing, it's just motivation. It's just moving forward. The finger goes up. It's always up.
It's always up. And this is what I love to do, and this is why I love Legion M. So my company's Nerds Like Us, and we bring people together as a community, and we throw events to bring people together to meet other people like them and to kind of give power back and bring people out of their shells, unleash their inner creativity, and let them do some fun things that they've never gotten a chance to do. I mean, nerd culture, owns the world now, but for a long time we were repressed, and now we've taken over. Nerds have inherited the earth. So, or no, I like the geeks have inherited the earth, like the meek, and it's right in line with what Legion M is doing, and it's why I was so honored that these guys came to me and said, we want you to produce our party, because I love what they're doing, and I think so many incredible pieces of art are going to come to fruition, and people's dreams are going to come true because of what Legion M stands for, and that's absolutely something that's right at the core of Nerds Like Us.
You gave a lot of people so much tonight. I saw it firsthand. The music, the entertainment, the night being in Stark. I was like, it's a Stark mansion. Are you kidding me? How many times have I seen this? I want to thank you so much. I want to thank esports.com. I want to Legion, esportsgame.com, Legion M, all our wonderful sponsors that you see here. This could not have happened without them. Everybody. This was a group project put together with so much heart, inspiration, motivation, just living in the dream. And so I want to thank everybody tonight for spending this night with us. Thank you, Stanley, for all the inspiration, the love, the heart. We're here with you. It's about the fans, it's about the love, and it's about sharing and caring. Thank you so much. Have a good night.